Sports.
Capital Casino has been serving the greater Sacramento area in the same convenient downtown location for over 20 years, with plenty of close-by, well-lit parking monitored by security staff and offering the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Best food, best service, and the best action. That's Capital Casino. For more information on tournaments and gaming, check out their website at capital-casino.com. And please remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Kevin Lewis with National Garage Door, reminding you that in Sacramento, National Garage Door is the king of garage doors. We service, sell, and install garage doors and openers. Call us today for your basketball special. A new 16x7 Rainer garage door with insulation and a belt drive opener for only $24.49 installed. Give us a call today, 916-638-4554.
638-4554, National Garage Door.
Keegan Murray plays here.
Keegan scores another three-pointer. Keegan Murray knocking it down for 23 points. Snatch De'Aaron Fox for game-scoring honors.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings. Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Linda Harold on the chat. Thank you, Linda. She says, thank you, Drive Guys. Yesterday, I was heading from Lodi to Modesto, which is bad enough, and got caught in stop-and-go traffic. Listening to you save my sanity. That works both ways, Linda, because, you know, we welcome the opportunity to vent a little bit when we need to. For example, Drapes, you ever have one of those periods in your life where all of a sudden it seems like just stuff stops working? Like the sensor on my Avalon, you know, it went out, so now it's like it says I got a flat tire, but I know I don't have a flat tire, so that goes out. Lawnmower breaks. No hot water today. Just like sometimes it's like one thing after another.
Yeah.
You know, you start to wonder, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
How have I angered the appliance
Gods, right? Yeah. I'm at that point now too, Whitey. I was in my backyard. The sprinkler has not been working for like a week or so. So the grass is, and I'm looking like, and you know, I just moved into the house a couple of months ago, so I don't know the full setup yet. I'm like, why is this not like, why is the grass not, it's killing me. I'm like panicking right now.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. Why are things just all of a sudden broken?
Yeah.
You know, we had the ice maker in the house, just all of a sudden stopped.
Maybe it's a show thing somehow.
Right. But now it's working again.
Oh, it is?
Like,
Okay.
yeah, it is. And
That's
so
good.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Man.
that's the thing. The first thing you do, right? Something doesn't work and you go to bed, and then the next day you go, maybe it works today.
Maybe it works, right? Or, you know, the old unplug and plug it back in and see if that'll work, you know, hit the reset button on it. So.
You ever have like your, we used to have satellite, now we have Xfinity, but when something goes out and you call and you get the recorded message and there's like 5 steps that they walk you through and recorded message, and it's like, I know I've done all that.
Right.
I know that it didn't work.
The customer you're trying to reach is not available. Please call back.
Exactly. No, you're 100% right, man. We got a cable box, and every time I have to unplug it and plug it back in, and I'm like, why did it all of a sudden stop working? I just don't get it.
Right.
You know,
right.
so
good luck with your sprinklers. It gets you know, toasty here. You're gonna want those sprinklers working.
yeah, and I like my little backyard, you know, got the golf course right there and everything is perfect, but now it's starting to turn a little brown. So I'm nervous, man.
Looking like a dog track back there in your backyard.
You got a dog track.
You got a little chipping course back there?
No, see, I got the fence. Like, I got 2 holes that I could reach from my backyard.
But I mean, in your yard.
No. I don't want to tear up the grass or anything like that. Come on, big fella. You do that?
You become a short game wizard in no time.
Really? You know what? I was talking to my son. He's like, Dad, we don't even need to go out to the course. We could just hit from our backyard because you could see the hole right there and just hit it over the fence. And so I might do that one day.
Yeah. Well, if you go you do it in the backyard. See, our yard's not that big. It's nice size. But I use the
4 or 5 acres.
Plastic.
Like
6. Little plastic
catfish in the
wiffle
back.
ball. Yeah. But then you put the electrical tape over it and it goes further.
Oh, you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Good
The
luck
last
with
time
that.
you tested that golf game?
For real or in the
Yeah.
backyard?
On the real course.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Oh, man, you got to get out, dude.
Yeah,
we need a Drive Guys golf tournament somewhere.
Let's do it.
You know, at Timber Creek or Hagen Oaks or somewhere like that.
That the golf clubs, they dusty.
Yes.
He got the persimmon woods probably still, you know?
No, I took one of those out to the driving range once. It was my grandfather's, and I was stupid enough to hit it. I wonder what this will do. And just the back just blew up.
Did it just explode on you?
Wow, that was probably worth something. I probably shouldn't have done that.
You got to oil it up or, grease it up a little bit.
It's just exploded.
Rotted wood.
It was like that bird that Randy Johnson hit.
Right. It was just like
on contact.
Oh, man.
We mentioned, of course, that Ant-Man lost the game yesterday, game 1. The Timberwolves lose. But he made some money yesterday. And so did Tyrese, even though his team lost game 1. In the cases of Halliburton and Ant-Man, the massive rookie scale deals they signed last summer will go up in value now because they made all league teams by about $40 million.
Ooh. It's a lot of coin.
So they both signed 5-year, $204 million extensions that by rule they increase if they earn an all NBA selection. You also got, Luka's contract extension will be worth $346 million over 5 years, and Shea's deal would be worth $294 over the same period. They benefit from what's called the Jason Tatum rule, which makes it so wild, Drapes, Jay, dear listener, that all league teams are determined by voters who sometimes may not know what they're doing. And there's a lot riding on it, not only just in terms of reputation, which is important, but massive dollar amounts.
Yeah, it's and we saw, we could talk about it too coming up here. The all league voters and people that voted, the media members, their ballots were released today. And there's a lot of head scratchers. And we finally found out, who voted for Domas for all defense. Who voted for
Sam Amick?
It wasn't Sam Amick. It was, what's his name? He's out in Madrid.
Ignacio Garcia?
Ignacio Garcia. Ochoa. Yeah, he's out there in Madrid, Spain.
Come on.
I don't know if he's related to Domas, best friends with his uncle or something like that. But this guy has one for Domas. He voted for him for Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, all defense. He voted for our boy Malik Monk for sixth man. I don't know if he's just a classic Kings fan hanging out there in Madrid, Spain, and you put this into text, is he a hero or an idiot? I don't know if you wanted me to say that or not.
Yeah, but that's a question.
He is
locally.
a hero.
Okay.
We talk about the national media, shading the Sacramento Kings. How about the international media showing us some love? We're global. Forget about these yahoos at ESPN, The Ringer, John Hollinger. We got our man, what's his name again? Ignacio Garcia. Yeah, we got our guy.
Doesn't he work for a soccer outlet?
Marca. Yeah.
It's like, and whatever. How does
cover
that guy
hoop
get a
over
vote?
there too. What do you mean?
Basketball's big in Spain, man. He watches it on League Pass.
Let's not question his credentials. Let's give him his love. Let's do that.
Right, because he's not an idiot. He's a hero.
Let me say this, though, in Ignacio's favor. Just because he writes for Marca doesn't mean he's based over there, right? Like,
I don't know.
There's a lot of international media who call home here. Like, they cover the games locally. Right. So I'm thinking this guy isn't just sitting at home on his couch watching League Pass
he's up in Grass
at
Valley
4 a.m., right? He might be in Grass Valley. Who knows? He might be at Kings games or something like that. I've never heard of the kid, but hey, he got it right. Let me just say that. He got it right.
King of the Kings.
Exactly.
People are going crazy on the internet, as you can imagine. That's the guy. Who is this guy? What?
Why are they? You know what I find interesting, fellas, is they're trying to question his credentials. There's tons of people that we know, we see, as you talked about, Drace, we hear on a daily basis who need their credentials to be questioned as well, because like I'm looking at some of their ballots as well. You're voting for your friends. They're voting for someone that, they probably have, as you said, they like or love at the same time. So let's just not question Ignacio's credentials. Let's question some of these other people's credentials as well.
Okay, according to this, there's one other guy whose credentials are being questioned, Tolis Klodzias of SDNA, and I'm sorry, I don't know what that is, but between the two of them, Ignacio and Tolis Klodzias, they voted Drew Holiday #1 Defensive Player of the Year, Giannis #2, no Gobert, Halliburton Most Improved, Shea 5th for MVP, no Luka on the MVP ballot. Let's see what else. No Brunson All NBA, Jose Alvarado 2nd for 6th man, and Jaime Jaquez 3rd. So there are a number of decisions they made that are not popular.
Let me ask you guys this. Does this just show you that there are some agendas regarding media members and their votes? And does there need to be a change? Do we need to limit it to 30? Or it just seems like when you have these it's sort of like the NFL voting, the NFL, when the players have a vote and all of a sudden and even the NBA voting, it's like, how is Austin Reeves gets an all-star vote, or Rui Hachimura? It's like, some people just don't seem to be taking it seriously. Should there be a certain criteria? Should we change the way these awards? Because as you mentioned, Whitey, we're talking $40 million, $41 million for some people.
Yeah.
And, if you get snubbed, Jaylen Brown, even though he already signed his contract and got his pay, there's some people who think he got snubbed. And we're leaving it like to media members who, no offense, voted Domas Defensive Player of the Year. Like, as much as we love Domas, he shouldn't have been the Defensive Player of the Year race, right?
He's
right.
a top 5 big in the game.
Respect his game. Respect his game, Drake.
All right, my bad.
To your point, and what we were talking about here, Luka and Shea, they will have each been an all-NBA in at least 2 of the previous 3 years by the time the summer 25 arrives. So that will qualify for the maximum contract extension allowed. So, yes, they are eligible to get those big increases that we talked about. I'm okay with a lot of voters. I mean, a lot of voters, because I think if I understand the math right, then that makes it less likely that any 1 or 2 nuts can really affect the voting. But it's just, you can have a lot of voters, but they all have to know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You assume that.
Right.
You can have 100, 200, but they should all have half a clue how it all works.
Shouldn't the players be able to have a percentage in this as well, though?
Not if their
You don't think so?
money is based on it.
Well, I think if you go based upon you can't vote for yourself, or you can't vote there's certain parameters and specifications you probably can put in, form for them not to be able to vote for themselves. But why would we want to know who they respect as well?
Well, I think that's separate. I mean, don't they already have a separate award for that? But to me, Jay, you can't. That's just fraught with problems if you're allowing people to vote on the other players, to vote on players that are the best, if there's any kind of monetary reward involved.
Why? They're all friends. At this point, they're all shaking hands and kissing each other on the floor.
I know,
hugging
but
it
hey,
out.
vote for me and I got a little something for you. I
got you.
You vote for me, I vote for you.
Don't you think the media's doing the same thing?
I'd like to hope not.
Nah, see, I don't
You may
believe
be right.
I think I'm closer to the Drape side of, I think there's a lot of, backdoor deals.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't
and think about it. Whether a guy gives you an interview or not, turns you down,
that matters.
That matters. Media members are human also.
Right.
And you give the benefit of the doubt to the guys that give you more access.
I think it is absolutely ridiculous and stupid that the writers or whoever broadcasters are voting on things that determine how much money somebody makes. That's just that part. I'm with you. Now, that's the players agreed to that, though. So, okay, but that's ludicrous.
But how do you tie their salaries? Salaries are tied to awards. It's how we do. If you're an all league, you should be paid more, right? Like, how do you determine who's worthy of that?
Well, it didn't used to be this way, did it? I understand what you're saying. There's always bonuses for MVP and things.
Yeah.
But now, like Halliburton and Edwards, okay, you're going to get $40 million more. I don't think it used to hold that much sway. I don't think it used to be that much of a factor in the contracts. But again, they agreed to that.
Right.
The league and the players said, let's do this. Okay. So they made their bet.
And I think it was the teams that wanted it this way. The teams that wanted, hey, if I'm going to pay this money, you got to, there's tiers to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, 35% of the cap and all this. I think it was the teams that wanted it this way, not necessarily the players. And, when you look at it, I mean, we talked about it earlier with the 65-game threshold. Fortunately for Tyrese, he played through it, had this lull during the middle of the season, had the injuries, but he eventually got his money. I don't know what the answer is. I used to think the coaches should decide, but then they screwed our boy Domantas Sabonis. So I'm like, the coaches don't know either. I don't know the right end. Maybe it's a panel, coaches, media members, players, like a coalition.
Like All-Star, what you see with All-Star, which is like 25% or 50% fans, 25% players, 25% coaches or media or something.
Yeah, maybe something like that, but exclude the fans. Like the fans,
of course.
But media members, coaches, players, maybe those three have some sort of weight to it, 50, 25, and 25.
But just so I'm clear, Ignacio Garcia, our official stance is we love him.
Of course.
Oh yeah, that's our guy. That's our guy. He's
sure.
Team Kings here. He's Team Sactown Sports 1140. He's on the squad now.
I'm going to petition, and it's going to be soon. We need to fly this guy out.
Yes, seriously. All
if he is really over in Spain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
right.
Needs to stay
I know,
for
right?
a
Let him
while.
stay at Domas.
He should come to Bottle Rock and let Domas cook for him.
You know what? And I said it in the text. Domas is about to head to Spain to do some work. Like he's working out in Spain,
Interesting.
family trip and everything like that. We need to arrange a meet and greet, like a signing or something where those two come together, take some pictures.
Maybe it's already been arranged.
Right, maybe. That's maybe.
Domas was not snubbed yesterday, but who was? Next, Drive Guys Sactown Sports.
It's Folsom Lake Kia's Memorial Day sales event. Save on new Kias with low payments and low finance rates and 0 down deals on approval of credit. Shop Folsom Lake Kia in the Folsom Auto Mall and tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you.
Sacramento sports fans, get ready to amp up your summer with the Sactown Sports live events calendar. We've got a lineup that's awesome. First up, mark your calendar for June 8th when NF takes the stage at the Golden One Center. Visit livenation.com for tickets and get ready for a killer high-energy show. Don't miss music legends Daryl Hall and Elvis Costello with the Imposters on June 12th and NSYNC and Backstreet artists Joey Fatone and AJ McLean on June 22nd. 2 great shows coming in June to Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Then looking ahead to August 4th, get ready for the Outlaw Music Festival at the Toyota Amphitheater, featuring legends like Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp. Presented by Live Nation. The Sactown Sports live events calendar, your ultimate playbook for the best shows and events in town. Stay tuned to Sactown Sports for exclusive updates and your chance to win tickets.
Elevate your golf game at Timber Creek Golf Course in Roseville. Just named to the prestigious Golfer's Choice 2024 Top 25 Public Golf Courses in all of California by Golf Pass, Timber Creek offers an unparalleled experience. Our revamped practice facility features a grass driving range, expanded putting greens, and a chipping area complete with sand traps. Whether you're a pro or just starting your golf journey, Timber Creek is the place to be. Visit us and discover why we're the talk of Sacramento and beyond. Unwind and tee off at Timber Creek Golf Course. Sponsored by Xfinity. Enjoy the entertainment you love with the Xfinity Stream app. Turn any screen into a TV and take the entertainment you love wherever you go. Xfinity, we connect you to more of what you love. Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
My father was a career United States Air Force pilot, and Memorial Day is a reminder of all he and so many others did for our country. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Right now at the annual Memorial Day sale, everything in the store is on sale. Everything. You'll save 10 to 25% on all living rooms, to sofas, to sectionals, to dining rooms, to bedrooms, to home offices, and so much more. Everything is on sale right now at Naturewood Home Furnishings Memorial Day sale. Whether you're looking to lighten the mood in your living room, brighten up your bedroom, or tighten up your home office, it's all available for you at savings from 10 to 25% at Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality. Shop the area's best selection of quality furniture at Naturewood Home Furnishing, off Highway 50 in Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Sacramento, Dirk Bentley is coming to town.
Hey y'all, this is Dirk Bentley.
Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends.
This is Family. Take my hand, let me make you mine.
Hey, it's Dasha. Kelsey Hart and more. Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets before they sell out at CITPfest.com. Brought to you by Coors Light.
Massive Memorial Day savings now at Maida Chevy with $12,000 off MSRP on every new Silverado half-ton 5.3 liter in stock after rebates. $12,000 off every Silverado LT.3 liter at Maida Chevy with at least 5 at this price. Massive Memorial Day savings up to $12,000 off MSRP exclusively at Maida Chevy at MaidaChevy.com. Sacramento Silverado headquarters. Together, let's drive.
Available with special financing, leasing, some other offers. Best rate in 2010 model year or newer. N6324.
Made a great deal at Maida.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Thursday, we're looking at mostly sunny skies. Highs will peak this afternoon in the lower 80s. Expect your overnight lows down to the mid-50s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
Yay! Domas was not snubbed in the all-league voting. We were both surprised. I was very surprised. Yes. So who was snubbed? Is the biggest snub your guy, Jaylen Brown?
Yes.
The biggest all-league snub? No Jaylen Brown.
No Jaylen Brown. And some people say Tyrese shouldn't have been on there. Like, as great as Tyrese's season he had, led the league in assists, but he dipped down. After the in-season tournament, his numbers went down. Scoring numbers went down dramatically. Mm-hmm. I'm not arguing against Tyrese. I thought he had a phenomenal season. Indiana wouldn't be where they are without him. I am shocked that Jaylen Brown didn't get on. 64 wins, by far the best team, and you only get one All-NBA selection?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, it makes sense that Hallie played through those injuries, right? He had to get in those 65 games, and it's a good thing he did.
Yeah, it's a good thing he did, and from a basketball standpoint and a paycheck standpoint,
right?
And I'm never going to hate on Tyrese Halliburton. I think he's fantastic. I think he's the man. I think he's changed the culture there in Indiana, put the Pacers back on the map out there. And 20 points, 10.9 assists. That's pretty good. I'm not sneezing at that. League leader in assists. You got to give him some credit. But, what this showed me, though, Whitey, is that when it comes to all league versus all the other awards, winning is not as important. Look at some of the guys that made all league. The Lakers, playing team. Domantas Sabonis, playing team. So, Tyrese, 6 seed in the Eastern Conference. Like, winning was not the determining factor for a lot of these guys. Minnesota only got one guy.
Yeah.
OKC only got one. So winning, when it comes to all league, I don't think winning is a determining factor as much.
Jaylen Brown, now it's kind of a tough break for him financially in some ways because he misses out on a bonus of up to $2.2 million by failing to make the All-NBA team. But he still, of course, that doesn't affect the big contract that comes up. But also there's this for him. He can still make up that money. He can still earn his full bonus if the Celtics reach the NBA Finals. So financially, what he lost by not being All-NBA, he should be able to make up if they just get to the final.
Yeah, and he's got that. I mean, they're no offense to the Pacers, but they blew their shot a couple of nights ago. And, it's interesting, because we played the soundbite from Chris Mannix a couple of days ago.
Catastrophe!
Yeah, it would be a catastrophe. He didn't say if the Celtics didn't get to the finals. He said if they don't win this year, it's a catastrophe. And, there's been some talk. If, I think it was Chris Broussard who said it on Fox Sports. He said, if the Celtics don't win, maybe they should look at shaking things up, which is crazy to me. Like, Jaylen Brown is a talent. He should have been All-NBA.
Mm-hmm. So the Celtics win 64 games.
64.
7 games better than anybody else. 42 of their 64 wins, double digits. Outscored opponents by 930 points. 5th highest scoring margin in history.
Yep.
They had one All-NBA player, to your point, while multiple play-in teams had guys that got in.
Right. It winning, and this is the issue with the NBA. It's like, well, how come Malik didn't get 6 man? Well, Naz Reid helped the Timberwolves win. You use winning as a criteria for some things, but all league, and I also think, we look at that third team. Domantas Sabonis, I do believe, deserved to be on there. Devin Booker, I do believe, deserved to be on there. He had a phenomenal season. If you're going to put Kevin Durant on, you got to put Devin Booker. They were right there, 1-2, in terms of scoring, like a shade of difference between. But the one guy who I had a question mark about that I don't think should have been on there is Wardell Curry, Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he had a nice season, good season, but was his season better than De'Aaron Fox? Was it really that much better than who led the league in steals, De'Aaron Fox, who finished right at, pretty much the same in terms of scoring numbers, De'Aaron Fox, whose team had the same record in terms of wins and losses, both played in the play-in as Steph Curry. That was sort of a lifetime achievement award, I think, for Steph Curry, sort of a nod to everything that he's been, how great he is. Steph Curry should not have been All-NBA this year.
Jaylen Brown certainly should have been. How about Tyrese Maxey? To me, I think he was, and I don't have the numbers here, but I think he was an all-league player.
See, but that's the thing, Whitey. This is what's upsetting about this voting, and I agree with you. He had the numbers, but the team didn't have success. So for some guys, it's all about team success. For some guys, it's about numbers. I don't know the criteria for all-league, and it might have been you who pointed this out a few months ago, or maybe it was somebody else. I think we had this discussion at Golden One Center, and it might have been somebody else, so forgive me. When we were talking about all NBA, I think we were talking about all-star. When you look at that person, you know he's an all-star. Is Steph Curry, when you look at him, an all-NBA guy? Like, it's Steph Curry. Right. He got to be an all-NBA guy, right? Well, what about Tyrese Maxey, to your point? What about De'Aaron Fox? I can argue De'Aaron Fox had a better season than Steph, but Steph does all the interviews.
Yeah.
He's the golden boy.
Right.
He's a favorite in the league.
I understand that. It's unfortunate. That's the business of it. So those were the two snubs to me. Jaylen Brown will make up for it. Maybe that gives him a little extra fuel the rest of the way here. But thank goodness Domas actually made it. And thank goodness we have right-thinking basketball observers like Ignacio Garcia,
our guy. Ignacio Garcia. I'm looking at Tyrese Maxey's numbers. 26 points, 6 assists.
And as you say, they didn't have great success as a team, but they were a playoff team.
They were a playoff team.
You don't know how far they're going to get when this is based on regular season.
Right. They were a playoff team, but they got in through the play-in, though. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. De'Aaron Fox had better numbers than Maxey, too. And so I just feel like, should LeBron have made it? It's LeBron James. He had a fantastic season. Anthony Davis played 77 games, I think it was. I don't mind those two guys. I just think, man, Jaylen Brown probably is my top snub, and everybody else, I could see why they were left off. There's two people, Tyrese and Steph Curry, that I'm like, if you would have left them off, there wouldn't have been any kind of pushback or like, oh, this guy got snubbed. Jaylen Brown got snubbed. He got robbed.
Anthony Davis, if he's not on the Lakers, he probably doesn't make it.
You don't think so? I'm a pushback on that. And I'm gonna pull up the numbers. Anthony Davis, 24.7 points, 12.6 rebounds, 3.6 assists. Defense is hard to measure the defensive numbers. I think he played 76 games. I don't think Anthony Davis shouldn't have got on. Jaylen Brown should have got on instead of Anthony Davis. I think when you look at it, AD, he was really good. He was really good.
Maybe I just don't want to do
I know. Maybe exactly. That's the thing. Like old AD, 56 game Anthony Davis, I get it. And because he got waxed by Domantas Sabonis in all the meetings this year, I get it. But the totality of the season, I thought AD should have made it.
I do think he benefits, and I agree with you. You make a great point. But I think he benefits from A, playing with LeBron, and B, from being on the Lakers. I mean, in terms of his notoriety.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. I mean, that's, which is interesting because the marquee legacy franchises, Lakers, Celtics didn't get that kind of vibe. Like you would think playing for the Celtics, you'd get a little extra. It seems like it hurt Jaylen Brown this year, the success they had in the legacy franchise.
When we come back, just talk a little football here. How many games will the NFL eventually add? We have an interesting answer when we come right back. Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
The NFL's leading rusher plays here.
The handoff to McCaffrey, walks in the end zone. Handoff to McCaffrey, takes it right down to the goal line. He does his thing again. McCaffrey goes in motion right. Backwards pass led by Juszczyk. A block there. Hurdles the man. 10-5. Touchdown! CMC!
You can hear all of Christian McCaffrey's touchdowns on your home for 49ers football. Sactown Sports.
It's the Memorial Day sales event going on at Lodi Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Hi folks, Leonard Harrington here, and I'm here to tell you we've got the savings, the selection, and of course the service to make Memorial Day better than ever. You know, the start of the summer is the perfect time to get into that new Ram truck, Dodge Charger, Chrysler 300, or Jeep Wrangler that you've been thinking about. And of course, there's plenty in stock to choose from. We've got the colors, the styles, and the options you've been looking for. Maybe you need service on your vehicle. From routine maintenance to major repairs, let our factory-trained service techs get you back on the road at no time at all. It's our Memorial Day sales event, so why not kick off the summer right now? Only at Lodi Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, right off 99 in Kettleman, and open till 9 every night and Sundays after church.
Prices are better at the Low Price Center. Lodi Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Visit us at LodiCDJR.com.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss. Hey, have you heard the amazing news from Boost Mobile? When you switch to Boost, you get 4 lines for $100, plus 4 free 5G devices, like the Samsung Galaxy A15 or the Moto G Stylus 5G. That's 4 lines for $100. Need another reason to switch? Boost offers high-speed data at low prices with no annual contracts and no credit checks. Switching is easy. Just head over to your local Boost mobile store. New customers in select markets only. Requires port-in and ID verification. Other restrictions apply. See participating dealers for details.
Memorial Day deals are here at Lowe's. Right now, save big on Scott's Naturescapes mulch. Get 5 bags for just $10. And there's more. Get up to 40% off. Plus, save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances. These deals are selling fast, so start shopping now. Lowe's knows summer savings. Valid through 5/29. Mulch excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Appliance savings vary based on purchase. See Lowe's.com for details. Selection varies by location. While supplies last.
The Memorial Day Race to Savings sale is on now at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline Civics, and Accords with low financing and lease options. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
What is Subcontractors United? It's a list of 3 pre-qualified and licensed contractors in over 40 trades to help with your home project needs. From cabinets to heating and air to landscapers and everything in between, Subcontractors United makes finding qualified contractors free and easy with no accounts to set up. Visit subcontractorsunited.com today and experience the joy of stress-free home improvement. Save time and money at subcontractorsunited.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave inviting you to make the switch to electric this spring and save big with American Energy. Stay ahead of those spiking energy bills this summer with up to $9,000 in rebates on a new ultra-high efficiency comfort system. American Energy is providing huge rebates from SMUD as well as spring specials by installing one of many incredibly efficient AC options available to you right now. Get rid of those fluctuating gas bills in the winter and switch to year-round all-electric with American Energy. Let them perform a free in-home energy efficiency analysis and see where they can help you save for the warmer months ahead. These guys are the best. Been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A+ from the Better Business Bureau. Learn more by calling 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990.
Call 916-520-9990.
Like, what's this? This is seared salmon. What's this? This is like spicy tuna sushi, but with like grilled rice, which I've never had. It was really, really good and interesting. So I definitely recommend it.
Okay. Had a good birthday and everything?
Yes, thank you.
All
yes.
right.
But then you got this from Compio.
What?
Compio and I thought we'd been getting along. He's been going after you lately for some reason.
Yeah, he's been on my bad side.
Yeah. Well, Epic Airbees asked, Whitey, are you still shooting the rock? And then Compio says, when Whitey started playing basketball, it was an actual rock that was used for the ball.
You and James Naismith trying to figure out the game of basketball together?
It wasn't a rock. Dr. Naismith had a soccer ball. There was no basketball. He was just inventing the game. So it was a soccer ball. And I was the one that pointed out, guys, if you cut a hole in the bottom of the peach basket.
Oh, that was you.
We don't have to send somebody up. They didn't listen to me, though, for 10 years.
For 10
said,
years, right?
That's a great idea, kid.
Well, why do people feel comfortable taking shots at us on this show, though? Why do you think that is, man? Like, I don't know. Compio.
Because they're hiding behind that. Yeah.
It's
That's
funny.
probably not even his real name.
You know, it's funny because Compio earlier, said Draper's fence will have holes in it from missed shots when we were talking about chipping in our backyard.
Wow, okay.
And then he said if we have a golf tournament, he wants to be invited too, like him and Hicks.
Oh, that's it. Right.
Yeah,
you guys suck. You guys suck. Hey,
can we come hang out with you? Nah, get out. We don't play that mess. That's not how we do things around here. Oh, man.
We're just trying to help.
No, these are our loyal listeners. Those guys are there every day, and we appreciate them, man. Seriously.
I know we were going to talk about Roger Goodell in the NFL and how many games they're going to play, and we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But you know who's not going to be around anymore? You talk about loyal listeners, always there.
Yeah.
JB Bickerstaff is no longer going to be around the Cleveland Cavaliers, fired after 5 seasons.
Unbelievable. Like, this dude led the team to the second round. Had Celtics, shaking in their boots just a little bit.
99 regular season games in the past 2 seasons, won.
Yeah. And, had injuries, Donovan Mitchell, Jared Allen, and, still is not the guy. To me, this reeks, and I know nothing, this reeks of not the organization thinking he's not a good coach, maybe the players.
Mm-hmm.
This reeks of the players. I don't know if it's Mitchell. I don't know if it's Garland or what, but JB Bickerstaff has done a hell of a job, I think. I mean, it sort of reminds me, and to a lesser extent, Adrian Griffin in Milwaukee. They had a fine record. They were doing fine. It wasn't maybe the best. It wasn't where they wanted to be, maybe. But the Adrian Griffin firing, to me, reeks of Dame Lillard and Giannis maybe not having his back. This reeks of Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland maybe not having his back.
Yeah, at least, Griffin had never coached before.
Right.
JB Bickerstaff's got some skins on the wall.
Yeah.
He's had success. It's interesting, though. I remember a couple years ago when they first got Donovan Mitchell, there were rumblings that the front office was wondering whether he was a good enough coach to get them where they needed to get to. Remember, he took over for John Beilein, who was just a disaster.
Terrible. I ain't heard from John Beilein since. I don't know where he
Remember,
went.
he called his team. He said they were like thugs.
Yeah.
And they didn't like that. And he said, no, I said they're slugs.
Oh,
remember that?
I do remember
they're
that.
moving slowly, slugs.
I do remember that.
So he's gone. So
Think about
JB
it.
had to come in and add a little bit of credibility. But I think you're right. I think they've had 2 good years. But the players, they haven't been happy. Donovan Mitchell says, hey, I'm don't know about this guy. Go on.
Right. I mean, when you look at JB Bickerstaff, and I'm looking at his numbers in Cleveland, his first full season, it was a shortened COVID year, 72 games, 22-50. Then they went 44-38. So you're talking, a double their win total. Then they went 51-31. So they climbed up again, dipped back a little bit, 48-34. But my gosh, like this guy has had success he's had 3 straight seasons of above 500 basketball, 2 straight seasons of making it to the playoffs. This is the second full season they've had Donovan Mitchell, mind you. Let's not act like, I just think
made it into the second round.
Into the second round. It's not a microwave society where, it's just going to happen overnight. So much impatience out there. I don't believe, and he's only 44. He'll get another job. He's a good coach, I think.
Yeah, but you know how it is. When you're a team like that and you got Donovan Mitchell and you're hoping he decides to stay. If he says, I might stay, what do you need? Not crazy about the coach. The coach is gone.
Right. It's a players' league, right? Yeah. You're not going to fire the star player. It's harder to find a great star player than it is to find a coach.
Yeah. Sorry, Donovan, deal breaker. Sorry, Spida. You're gone. That's
and as well, it goes all the way back to our boy Magic Johnson. You and I are both Magic Johnson fans, but who was it? Paul Westhead, back in the day. Got ousted. Magic's like, you know what? I can't deal with this guy. And so it happens. But, man, JB, I thought has done a fantastic job.
Yeah. Remember at the time, maybe you don't remember, but, people were outraged about Magic.
Yeah.
Coach, at that time, it's like, he's a coach killer.
Yes.
And now it's like, guys, that's what they do.
That's what they do, right?
Magic was ahead of his time.
He was a pioneer, right, when it came to that. But I feel bad for JB. He'll get his money. He'll get paid. He'll find another job, but did not deserve to be fired.
Winningest coaches in the history of the Cavaliers. JB Bickerstaff has 170 wins in 5 seasons. He's 5th. Mike Fratello 4th. Bill Fitch 3rd. Lenny Wilkens 1st. You know who's 2nd? Lenny Wilkens 316. Bill Fitch 3rd 304. Second place 305. In 6 seasons, he won 305 games with the Cavs.
I don't have this.
Yes, you do.
6. Oh, our guy Mike Brown?
Yes.
Oh, snap. He lasted 6 seasons there, huh? Oh, you're like, yes, you do. Once you say, I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot about my mind was on Ty Lue for some reason, and I'm like, nah, he wasn't there long enough. Mike Brown, huh? 2nd?
Yes.
Wow.
In 6 seasons. Yeah.
Went to the NBA Finals at that.
I wonder if the Cavs say, hey, Vivek, we understand, you guys haven't settled anything yet.
Dude, I firmly expect something to get done with Mike Brown.
I hope so.
Any minute now. Any minute. Like, this can't linger on. There's the fake reports out there. I don't know if you've seen all these stories that's being aggregated about Mike Brown's job security and the Kings being unhappy. And there is so much fake information out there. If I'm Vivek and Mike, get this deal done so we can put this narrative, this storyline to sleep.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. But to me, this story speaks to the need for that because there are going to be other teams that are going to come sniffing around if you're not sure what you want to do yet.
Right.
They are sure. They will be sure that they want him.
Yeah, exactly. And Mike's done
under contract, but still.
But Mike's done a phenomenal job. And, here's the thing. Mike Brown has been the best thing to come to Sacramento in some time. He gave us legitimacy. He put us on the map, respectability around the league, led us into the playoffs. This dude should not be going anywhere. Nobody should have any issues with Mike Brown in terms of the way he's coaching his team.
Domas made Kings history yesterday. So why is Drape so upset? Well, it has something to do with a certain website's top 25 players under age 25. And we'll share that with you next year. Drive Guys, Sactown Sports.
What's the missing piece for the 49ers?
Which names will they add during free agency? Whether it's in season or off season, the coverage never stops. Get the latest 49ers news on Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family that gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Coach Doug Christie here letting you know it's the Folsom Lake Ford Memorial Day Sell-a-thon. Get low finance rates on approved credit and Memorial Day bonus cash now through Monday. Shop Folsom Lake Ford, over 35 years in the Folsom Auto Mall.
Seems like all this artificial intelligence stuff stirs up the age-old debate of man versus machine. Hi, it's Dan from the Good Feet store, and let me ask you, would you let a robot cut your hair? Would you rely on an app to teach a kid to ride a two-wheeler? Let's face it, some things require the human touch. People come to us seeking a solution to foot, leg, and back pain after trying all kinds of things recommended by in-store machines or website blurbs. An impersonal, generic approach to solving a problem that's unique to you. No wonder they usually don't work. At the Good Feet store, you'll meet with an arch support specialist who will take the time to learn about your needs, your feet, your lifestyle, and then fit you from over 300 models and sizes of arch supports, designed for pain relief, better balance, and more comfort.
Do you have sore feet, an aching back, or plantar fasciitis? Then get to the Good Feet store nearest you for your free arch support fitting. Good Feet arch supports are only available at the Good Feet store.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions. Attention anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, and other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-934-9217. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you with the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-934-9217 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, and other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217.
Massive Memorial Day savings now at Maida Chevy with $12,000 off MSRP on every new Silverado half-ton 5.3 liter in stock after rebates. $12,000 off every Silverado LT 5.3 liter at Maida Chevy with at least 5 at this price. Massive Memorial Day savings up to $12,000 off MSRP exclusively at Maida Chevy at MaidaChevy.com. Sacramento Silverado headquarters. Together, let's drive.
Available with special financing, lease, and some other offers. Best rated in 2010 model year or newer. N6324.
Made a great deal at Maida.
The Arnold Law Firm has seen how an injury can turn anyone's life upside down. Whether it's a slip and fall, a car accident, or any other kind of injury. For almost 50 years, the Arnold Law Firm has been here to help you through the entire process to protect you and your family. If you are ever injured or in an accident, call the Arnold Law Firm. The Arnold Law Firm, providing real justice for you since 1975. Call 916-777-7777. That's 916-777-7777.
KHTKAM HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports. Live and local, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday. Sactown Sports.
So yesterday we found out, of course, that Domas is third team All-League for the second consecutive year. Not only that, but, you know, he is the fourth Sacramento King to be named All-NBA more than once now. Only 4 Sacramento Kings have been named All-NBA more than once. Webb 5, Mitch 5, Boogie Cousins twice, and now Domas twice. That's historic. So we're all celebrating, and yet Drapes is mad.
I'm not. Wait, dude, I'm having a good day right now, man. I got my basketball game later. I'm not mad. I'm just. I wanted to bring this up, Whitey, to have a discussion because the Ringer did a write-up, the best of the NBA's next generation rankings. The 25 best players in the NBA age 25 and under.
Top 25 under 25.
Exactly.
Or 25 and under.
Exactly.
Right.
And so I'm like, all right, where's our 23-year-old boy Keegan Murray rank in this?
Probably, I don't know, 20, around 20?
Around 20, I would think. Yeah,
Maybe.
20. I get that.
Uh-huh.
Let's go through the list. Why don't we?
All right.
At number 1, Victor Wembanyama. You okay with that?
Yeah. Some people thought he should have been on one of the all-league teams.
Yeah. All right. Victor Wembanyama. Number 2, Anthony Edwards.
No problem.
No problem. No. Okay. I'm okay with that. All right. No shade on that. Shai Gilgeous. No problem.
Maybe he should be higher, but okay.
4, Luka Doncic. Wow. Probably should be higher.
Yeah.
Really, when you think about it, this guy's an MVP candidate. Like Luka's number 4. And the people in Dallas, I know they're upset about this list. How about this? Number 5, Tyrese Halliburton.
This is we're only 5 in, and this list is already.
It's already a little wonky.
Funky. Yeah.
Not to say he shouldn't be on the list, but number 5, Tyrese.
Yeah.
Come on, we like Tyrese, but number 6, Tyrese Maxey.
Okay,
all right, he's 23, had a great season. I don't have a problem. 7, Chet Holmgren. A little high,
That
maybe.
seems high.
A little high, but I get it.
He should be on there.
He's part of the
22.
Yeah, Chet Holmgren. Jalen Williams of OKC, 23. Good player, 19.1 points per game. I don't have any problem with any of these guys being on the list. That's okay. Paolo Banchero, number 9.
Maybe a case for being a little higher, but yes.
Yeah, right. He's fine. He's fine. Zion's still only 23 years old, fellas.
Man, that blew my mind when I saw that.
Right?
Man.
Zion is only 23.
He's been playing for 7 years.
That's what I'm saying. He's been around.
And Zion is better than a few of those guys you've already listed.
You think so?
He's better than Jay Will.
Yeah. I think this might be some recency bias.
He's better than Chet.
Yep. How about Ja Morant at number 10?
Yep.
Ja's only 24. Ja,
I'm okay with that.
When healthy and on the court, Ja's up there.
The only thing that scares me about Ja, and this isn't a criticism, but when he takes off and goes to the basket, he flies. And when you're flying, eventually you got to come down. And I just worry that
down
when he's
hard. Yeah.
Because he's just fearless in the air. Whoa!
Yeah.
Fun to watch, though.
Yeah, I'm going through it, and let me tell the people at home, they have reason for hope, reason for doubt, and then a bold prediction. And I just saw this bold prediction. Isaiah Thomas convinces Matt Ishbia to send Kevin Durant to Memphis for Morant to put a true playmaker between Devin Booker and Bradley Beal. Like, that's not going to happen. So, number 12, Alperen Şengün. Domas Light, if you will.
Good player. Maybe a little high. No problem.
No problem.
A little high?
A little high, maybe.
I got to hear the rest of the people behind.
Yeah, I got you right here, Jay. I got you. I don't mind him being on the list, maybe a little high. Scotty Barnes, who was an all-star this year. Scotty Barnes of the Toronto Raptors, 22 years.
Do a little bit of everything.
Do a little bit of everything. Do it all. He's 13. Number 14, Cade Cunningham.
Ooh.
I think when healthy, I have no problem with Cade Cunningham being right there. Cade Cunningham is a tremendous player.
Don't you think he looks a little like Jay?
You keep saying that, man. I don't see it.
Right here.
You and Cade Cunningham, Jay, y'all doppelgangers?
No, we're not a fan, but he come to Sacramento. We can't.
I know, right? you invite him to the barbecue, give him a plate?
Absolutely. What? 3 plates, a doggy bag. I got Unk on the ribs.
Hook him up with the potato
We're
salad.
let him win the domino and space game.
It's almost embarrassing because I realized I hardly saw them play at all. But, I forgot about it.
You forgot about it. The dude's been injured, right?
22 and almost 8 assists.
Yeah, that's he's good.
I think
50% from field goals.
Yeah,
he's balling.
That's the dude. Trae Young tied for 15th. How about Trae Young?
Yeah,
25.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, but he belongs on
Isn't
there.
that low though?
I think so. Multiple time All-Star.
Jalen Williams over Trae Young.
Yeah.
Chet Holmgren over Trae Young.
Been to the Eastern Conference Finals before. I'm with you. I think Trae Young's probably one of the most disrespected players in the entire NBA.
Look at this reason for doubt. Who's writing this? Levy Rubinet. I'm sorry.
I don't know who that is.
I may not be able to quit Young, but many of his former teammates and coaches have.
Dang.
But I mean, there's some guys who have an Şengün
over Trae Young. Trae Young, there's this narrative about Trae now, though. He's not a winner. Locker room cancer, culture killer.
Yeah. 25 and 10?
I know.
You got to stop playing with people out here. 25 and 10?
I know, Jay. I'm a Trae Young guy, man. I like the talent.
26 and 11.
Yes.
26 and 11.
Come on.
Number tied for 15th also, Evan Mobley. You're a big Evan Mobley guy, right? You're a big Evan Mobley guy, Whitey.
Yes.
He's
I
tied
think
for 15th.
they thought he might be a little more developed offensively at this point, but he's a really good player.
How about this guy, 17? Brandon Miller of the Charlotte Hornets. He had quietly a great season. Because of Charlotte, purgatory, nobody notices. You know, a tree falls in Charlotte, nobody knows if it fell or not. But he played well. He had a great game. Great season.
I can't have him on there because of his answer of who's the greatest of all time.
Paul George, baby, PG.
A lot of people said PG, though.
Right. So he's 17.
All right.
Getting to our guy Keegan Murray. Remember we said maybe 20 or so. Nah. Franz Wagner.
I love Franz Wagner.
Hans and Franz.
Yeah.
22 years old, 19.7 points.
See, and this is the thing
boards.
why I love him. And when we get into arguments a lot, this is what you need to remember about me. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. But I love the proficiency. Wagner is a graduate of the Derek White School of Basketball Proficiency. Score, pass, rebound, and defend. Those are the guys I love.
All right.
I'm just that's my type.
But here's the thing. In his third season, Franz's jumper went poof. 28% from 3.
Still the 18th best player under 25 in the NBA.
All right. 19.
No, his shot did kind of disappear this year. Yeah, 19.
Jaren Jackson Jr. You forget this guy's young too, 24. They got 2 guys, Jaren Jackson Jr. and John Morant.
Remember that time he had 4 rebounds in a game?
Yeah.
I don't.
I had no idea.
You don't even. Ouch! You don't even.
I wouldn't have if you would have told me this without looking at this. 22 points a game, and I know Ja wasn't there this year. I wouldn't have never thought he was scoring that high.
Yeah, he stepped up his scoring, defensive player of the year a season ago before this
2
year.
blocks a game.
Well, you know the thing about the blocks, and it's not his fault, but some say if you look at the box scores there and you watch the game,
They were fudged a little bit.
They fudge his blocks.
Oh,
he didn't have anything to do with it, but there's people
But the
say,
stat guy or whoever keeping.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. LaMelo Ball at number 20. Jay, you're a LaMelo guy, right?
Yeah, I think when he plays, he's one of the best point guards.
Well, that's the thing for Reason for Hope. It says when he plays, when Ball plays, he dazzles.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing for
That
him.
kid whose foot he ran over has him lower.
Yeah, that's allegedly. We got to say allegedly.
Allegedly, right? Allegedly.
Allegedly lower.
24, 8, and 5.
Yeah.
And almost 2 steals a game.
almost
and
6.
shooting 51% from the field goal.
Yeah.
Fun to watch.
Yeah, he's a baller.
All right. Now we're getting into our boy Keegan Murray range, right? Around 21, 22, something like that. Keegan Murray should be coming up.
If it's not Keegan at 21, I can't imagine who it would be.
Jalen Johnson at 21 of the Atlanta Hawks. Jalen Johnson, 16 points, 8.7 rebounds, 3.6 assists.
I know they love him.
Jalen Johnson is the new flavor of the year. Like he's the new young
Jalen Williams.
Yeah, the new Jalen Williams. Like next year, they're high on him. All right, so Keegan then not 21, maybe number 22. Let me
Hold
see.
on. I'm stuck on that one already.
You're
Like,
stuck?
wait a minute.
Yeah, that's the first one I'm really
Jalen
questioning.
Johnson, and
Yeah.
I like Jalen Johnson, but what?
Dude, top 1% in terms of athleticism and feel for the power forward position, they say.
How
Top 1%.
I haven't seen that list.
A plus motor human highlight reel.
Yeah, good player.
Johnson struggled to stay on the floor this season, missing 26 games due to injury. Ultimately, the kind of guy who needs to be set up by plus playmaking as he lacks a true bag on offense. So we think Keegan should be ahead of Jalen Johnson, right?
I do.
Keegan might be 22, though. It might be just,
I got to see the rest of the list.
But Keegan should be.
He's right about where we're at now.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
we're getting to the point. I will say Jalen Johnson, that's my cousin. He has
JJ.
better numbers than Keegan right now. But he didn't
Slightly better,
yeah,
right?
He didn't play with De'Aaron or Doma.
Yeah. Keegan was the third. Yeah, exactly. All right, 22. Jalen Green, Houston Rockets. Got a problem with that? I like Jalen Green.
He's really talented.
Right.
He's really, really raw, but he belongs on the list.
Okay.
Yeah, give me Jalen.
I think
Jalen
I would
Green?
have put him ahead of
Jalen Johnson, right? Yeah, I agree. I feel like Jalen Johnson just this year just came on. Like all of a sudden, he's the hot thing right now. All right, here's Keegan's coming up, right? No, 23. Desmond Bain, actually.
He's under 25.
He's 25.
That's disrespectful. He should be down in the teens somewhere.
Right?
13, 14, 15. Like, he's better than a lot of these people they've already named.
Not better than Jalen Johnson, apparently.
What?
Yeah, Desmond Bain, 23.7 points. We know about the 3-point percentage.
Bombs away, yeah.
This guy. All right, so Keegan got to be 24. Darius Garland. He's 24 years old. What do you think about that?
He's a good player.
Good player. Better than Keegan? I'm going to say yes.
Yes, I'm with you.
I don't have
agree.
a problem with Darius Garland at higher than Keegan.
Well, 25's not bad,
Yeah, 25.
If Keegan's at 25, that's okay. He's on the list. And
Let me scroll up, see who 25. Keegan Murray. Nope. Jabari Smith Jr.
What?
Yes. Age 21, 13.7 points, 8.1 rebounds. Keegan Murray scored more than him. He got more rebounds than Keegan, though. What do you think about that? They got it wrong?
Jabari Smith Jr., his dad was here for years.
Yeah.
Jabari Smith Jr. is really a talented player with a bright future. He's just not as good as Keegan. Are we somehow is like what they think they'll become? Is that part of this? Otherwise, it's just wrong. There's at least two guys in there that I say, no, Keegan's better than that.
I agree.
Two.
But here's the problem that I have, fellas.
I think we're going to have the same one.
Hold it. Maybe we will. Okay, the top. Now I look at just missed the cut. Herb Jones.
Spot on where I'm going.
Kobe White. Anthony Simons. Jaden McDaniels. Kuminga. Jonathan freaking Kuminga. Michael Porter Jr. and Tyler Hero. Not mentioned at all. So Keegan's not even in the top 30 under 25. Do we have a problem with that, fellas? I want to hear from the people. 916-339-1140. We just went down the Ringer's top 25 under 25, and Keegan Murray, according to my math, not in the top 25, not in the top 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, not even in the top 32. Do we have a problem with that?
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Let us hear you. Drive, guys. Sactown Sports.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out SactownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and The Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, The Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SactownSports.com.
Welcome to the Memorial Day sale at Kia Vacaville. This Memorial Day, discover unbeatable deals on the 2024 Kia Forte. Get $1,500 dealer discount plus $750 Kia customer cash for all 2024 Kia Fortes on the lot. The Forte combines style, technology, and safety all in one sleek package, featuring a stunning 10.25-inch touchscreen, seamless Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto integration. Staying connected has never been easier. Whether you're embarking on a family getaway or navigating busy city streets, the Kia Forte offers unparalleled comfort and innovation. Moreover, with Kia's unwavering commitment to safety and reliability, you can drive with absolute confidence wherever your adventures take you. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Visit Kia at Vacaville now and celebrate Memorial Day with a brand new Forte. These deals won't last long. Your adventure awaits. Kia Vacaville, where innovation meets excellence. Model availability, lease options, and features may vary. Please visit Kia Vacaville for more details.
Our first year.
The Drive Guys, live and local. Every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
Bottom of the hour, we're going to catch up with another one of these NBA draft experts, Corey Taluba from No Ceilings. See what he thinks about this draft class. I really appreciated the guy we had on yesterday, saying that, and I think most of the experts we've had on have said, Drapes, it's not as bad as everyone's saying.
This draft class?
Yeah, maybe not great, but, people want to say
there will be
everything.
some stars. Yeah, there'll be some guys that play well and win a title and help you win a championship.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to you got to dig a little deeper, though. That's, what it is. It's like going to the card show that we went to last. There's some finds in some of these grab bag boxes. Right. You just got to dig a little deeper. That's all.
You got to be willing to put in the work.
Yes.
It's hungry. I got to go home. My wife wants me home, but I got to find that Bobby Grinch card. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Zach is with us on Sactown Sports. Zach, can you believe it? Keegan did not make the ringers list of the top 25 and under. What do we do about that?
To be honest with you, I can absolutely believe it. So,
what?
As unfortunate as it is, okay, we're in a small market, so we don't get no kind of respect, period. We don't get the respect we deserve. But when you look at the reality of it, there's some names on that top 25 that you can't hold their shoes.
We understand that. Nobody's calling him Paolo Banchero or Luka Doncic or anything like that. But you can't tell me Jabari Smith Jr. is ahead of Keegan Murray? Jalen Johnson? Like, who are – I mean, come on, man. And I agree with you. We're a small market. But how does Charlotte get two guys? How does Brandon Miller get there? If Keegan was on Charlotte, he'd average the same amount of points.
Correct, but you're talking about a man that his numbers are just up from last year. 3-pointers were a little down from last year. You got to look at the big picture. You know, and he's a quiet guy. He's not a Ruha type of guy that's going to get the respect from the league that he deserves.
Thank you, Zach. We got to let you go. It sounds like he's calling from like a ship that's orbiting the Earth. we could hear you just a little bit, Zach, breaking out here and there.
And then Neil Armstrong up there on their way to the moon.
The eagle has landed. Yeah, it's not your fault. We appreciate you calling, but we got the gist of your call. You're right. There are guys on here that are better than Keegan Murray, but you can't help but feel like, wow, Keegan's feeling a little disrespected when he's not even on the list of guys who just made the cut. And that list is including Kuminga and Anthony Simons.
You got
Kobe White.
You know,
Jones is a heck of a player.
I'm not. There's no shade. These guys are good players. Tyler Hero. Keegan Murray has a 47-point game to his name. Keegan Murray led all rookies in three-pointers in history. Keegan Murray's a two-way player as well. So and this raises a larger conversation, and this is something we've been talking about. What is Keegan Murray? Who can he become? And should this list concern us that, and I know it's just one man's opinion or one website's opinion, The Ringer, that our guy, our hope, our future stud isn't even in the top 32.
I agree with you, but what do you think of this? One of the guys that's on the just barely missed list, Jaden McDaniels. Had a nice game last night. Who'd you rather have right now, Jaden McDaniels or Keegan?
That's a good one. Because I don't want to get into recency bias, Whitey. If you would have asked me 2 months ago, we wouldn't have been talking about Jaden McDaniels.
I know, because he couldn't score.
He couldn't score.
Defense guy.
But he's had a coming out party during this postseason, so I got to give him some credit. And he's an elite defender. So I don't want to answer that question because I'm like I said, I've been watching the games too. There's some recency bias when it comes to Jaden McDaniels.
How about JR on Sactown Sports? Hello, JR. How are you?
Hey, I'm calling you from the Millennium Falcon.
JR, our boy. What's up, man?
I'm orbiting Saturn.
Yeah. You could have chose another planet, and thanks for not choosing that one.
Oh, yeah. That was a little farther out there.
Yeah.
Keegan, you just hit on the head, Drapes. He is the all-time three-point shooter for a rookie in the history of the world. That's pretty darn impressive.
It really is.
I mean, right there when you start looking at last couple, if you did 2 or whatever years this came from, this guy was obviously smoking some special in his room or whatever came up with this list. The reality is that alone, how can you not have that guy on there for just that incredible stat of being the all-time rookie shooting 3-point? I mean, you're talking about Curry and Clay, and who else could we throw on?
Dame Lillard,
those numbers
Donovan Mitchell, all these guys.
Are you kidding? Yeah, and do you remember that Summer Lake game where he had like 50 points?
Yes.
We all forgot that. We got selective amnesia.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, that's like Drapes in his pickup games. What does he go? he does 6 for 6 or something, right?
That's tonight, big fella. Tonight at 8 o'clock. That's tonight.
Pick up those legs, big boy.
This isn't the doubleheader, is it?
No. Doubleheader's June 6th. I'm preparing myself today.
Yeah, you better have a medic on hand for that one.
Thanks, JR.
All right, JR.
Yeah, that's a great point. Keegan Murray as a rookie.
I can't keep a straight face when that guy calls in, man. It's JR. Oh, love him. No, but here's the thing.
Have that ambulance on speed dial that day.
I tell you what, I'm in pain right now, man. Just sitting here thinking about the doubleheader. Like I got a little meniscus situation going, but
you gotta choose your spots, and maybe you guys, you sit back in a little zone, you get your rest on defense that game.
Well, I'll tell you what, and I want to keep along with this Keegan conversation, but we only got 5 guys tonight. So we definitely playing zone. My teammates, they don't know it yet, but we playing zone. I'm not chasing anybody around on the defensive end. We only got 5 players, Whitey.
Yeah.
Only
if
5
you can,
guys.
you want to be obviously in the middle.
Right.
I'm going to be in the middle.
I'm going to be a statue out there. Just turn it around.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Steven joins us, Sactown Sports. Hey, Steven, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
Our guy, what's up, man?
We're a little upset today
Man.
over this snubbing on the top 25, under 25 of Keegan Murray.
Okay. This was by the Ringer. Am I correct? This is the same. This is the same entity that John Hollinger works for, right?
Yes. No.
Hollinger's
Hollinger's
the
athletic.
yeah.
Is Kevin O'Connor?
This is Kevin O'Connor.
Kevin O'Connor's
yeah.
the Ringer, yeah.
Okay, Kevin O'Connor. So it's still the same Kevin. It's still the same entity. Kevin O'Connor will text you back, but he won't call you back to go on the show.
Correct. Correct.
This same place right here.
Yes. The same.
Yeah, it's a big joke. It's a big joke to me. It doesn't seem like these guys know what they're talking about, or even watch basketball in any way, shape, or form. In my opinion, definitely a lot of recency bias. If I could be absolutely real with you guys. This whole Jaden McDaniel thing, I don't necessarily agree with this, man. You had a Keegan that put up what? Did he put up 47 this
47.
year? Or was it last year?
No, it was this year.
Yeah, against Utah.
47. Come on now. Who else on this list has put up anywhere over 40? I don't know if that's even like a thing that you guys can do, but I don't trust the Ringer, man. Especially Kevin O'Connor, Hollinger. No, man. They're out here ducking Sacramento smoke big time, man. So they ain't getting my respect, man. So you guys have a good day, man.
All right, good stuff, Steven. Okay.
By the way, Steven was talking about asking who wrote it, and JR asked who wrote it. It's actually written by a whole bunch of different
Say Ringer staff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know how they actually – it's not like one person selected this as far as we can tell.
And I don't think Kevin O'Connor was part of this one. I think it was some of these other guys that we see,
No, he's hiding in the shadows. Like, hey,
right?
He's guys, you know that you got any kings on there?
He's a puppet master back there, right?
Don't put him in there. Don't put him in there. Jonathan Kuminga, by the way, says reports say Kuminga's camp felt he should have been higher.
Does it really say?
Yes. You think Kuminga's
my
what?
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Called up the Ringer. This is an outrage. How about Doug on Sactown Sports? Hello, Doug. How you doing?
Gentlemen, how are you?
Good. What's up? What do you make of this list?
Well, you know what? Anybody can make a list. So you guys can do it. Anybody else? I like what Keegan's done. How you slot people. It's an argument that will never be answered. Like which team was better in the 80s or in the 2000s? It's the same thing. I said, well, they were better. It's like, well, it's just an opinion thing. So that's just me. But I had something that I want to ask you guys when you get back to talking about Kings is that in spite of just opinions and the factual part of you guys going and says, where does that guy fit on our team? Is this, would this be a good move? Would it be a good trade? Would it be a good draft? And what is the priority to go in and, make the off season, better for us? Is it better that we trade? Is it better that we do it through the draft?
Mm-hmm.
So I would just like to see what your guys' priorities are, and then how they're slotted to fit in our team. Because hey, it says that we are guard heavy. Well, what do? Or you take a guy who says, well, the guy doesn't shoot the ball very much anyway, and he's a defensive stalwart, and he blocks shots and gets rebounds, and every now and then he hits a shot. Well, okay, we got a guy like that already, which is almost like Barnes. So It's just, we eventually have to move off of the players that we have and get better players.
Yes.
So that's all I have. Love your show. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with
Doug.
you. And
Thanks,
I think
man.
you need to get those new players any way you can, in all ways, not just like you asked, Doug, the priority. You get a free agent, trade for somebody, draft somebody too. You need a lot of new guys.
All of that, all of the above, right, Doug?
Yes.
I mean, I don't think it's just one answer, not just draft, not just trade, not just free agency. I need all of that this offseason.
And speaking of the draft, Corey Taleba from No Ceilings, he's a draft analyst. He joins us next. We'll find out what exactly the Kings should do with the Drive Guys, Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Mark Finan in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Skies will stay clear through the night tonight. Our overnight lows will drop down to the low 50s. Tomorrow, a cooler day. We'll see sun, a few clouds with highs in the upper 70s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA3 app.
At Elk Grove Honda, we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we buy from ourselves. Right now, you'll find interest rates as low as 1.99% APR on approved credit. See our certified pre-owned Hondas in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity Mobile. Connect to the most reliable 5G network nationwide. Well, it wasn't exactly a headline when the A's acquired infielder Abraham Toro from the Brewers in the offseason. After all, Toro had just 18 at-bats in the big leagues a year ago. But as we near the end of May, his emergence has become a good story. Entering the week, Toro is number 8 in the American League in batting and also in the top 20 in hits and on-base percentage.
Want more speed? Well, Xfinity just increased their internet speeds, and they're faster than ever. It's time to get more out of your internet with faster speeds from Xfinity. Now through June 21st, get 150 megabit Xfinity internet for only $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. That's double the speed for the same great price. Click, call, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and other charges extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
Hagen Oaks Demo Days is in the home stretch, and this is your last chance to register for an individual fitting appointment with the manufacturer's fitting staff from Ping, TaylorMade, Mizuno, Callaway, Cleveland, Strixon, and Zexio. You've waited many long months for the new golf season, and Hagen Oaks has your new golf gear right now. Book your individual Hagen Oaks Demo Days fitting appointment. Call 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for your personal fitting. Hagen Oaks, Fulton Avenue at Cap City Freeway or HagenOaks.com.
What is Subcontractors United? It's a list of free pre-qualified and licensed contractors in over 40 trades to help with your home project needs. From cabinets to heating and air to landscapers and everything in between, Subcontractors United makes finding qualified contractors free and easy with no accounts to set up. Visit subcontractorsunited.com today and experience the joy of stress-free home improvement. Save time and money at subcontractorsunited.com.
Happy Memorial Day. And you know what that means? It's time to save. We're talking to Chad Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. What's happening for the Memorial Day sales event?
Right now, save up to $13,500 off MSRP on new 2023 Dodge Challenger and Dodge Charger GT or SXTs. You pick. Get yours starting as low as $24,350. And remember, this is it. The last few gas-powered American icons. And once they're gone, they truly are gone.
It's hard to believe this really is the end and that they've stopped making them.
Yep. So don't wait and miss your chance because there's only a few left, including Scat Packs. And with savings like this, they won't last long.
Search, select, and save through our whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet. Period. $13,500 total net savings on select new 2023 Dodge Charger and Challenger SXTs and GTs after $89.20 factory rebates and $4,600 dealer discounts. Rebates may include $500 first responder bonus cash. Must be a member of eligible First Responder Association qualified. At least 5 of this net savings. $24,350 net price on 2023 Charger SXT. VIN number 648401. See dealer for details.
Sacramento, Dirk Bentley is coming to town.
Hey y'all, this is Dirk Bentley.
Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends.
This is Bonley. Take my hand, let me make you mine.
Paige Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets before they sell out at CITPFest.com. Brought to you by Coors Light.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Your Thursday, we're looking at mostly sunny skies. Highs will peak this afternoon in the lower 80s. Expect your overnight lows down to the mid-50s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team, Sactown Sports.
Japes, you going to be able to continue with the show now that you got that out of your system? The Ringers, 2,500 top 2,500.
No, I'm still heated. I'm still fired up. I'm not we got to revisit that because our guy's not even in the top 32. And then I'm looking at some of the text and some of the YouTube chats. We got a lot to unpack here.
All right.
I'm upset.
We're going to have to take a little bit of a break from that to talk about the upcoming draft.
Let's do that.
Yeah. And nice enough to join us, draft analyst for No Ceilings, Corey Tulaba. Corey, thank you so much for your time. Can we start with this? There's a lot of talk about how bad this draft is. Bad draft. Terrible draft. Is the draft, in your opinion, really as bad as a lot of the pundits say it is?
I don't believe that the draft is as bad as people say it is, but what I will say is that there isn't the typical top-end superstar talent. It doesn't mean that there aren't impact players in the draft. There just isn't a all-NBA, like an obvious all-NBA guy, like sometimes there, has been in recent years with Wembanyama, with Chet, with Paulo, Cade Cunningham, guys like that. There's nobody who slaps you in the face, but there are going to be impact players. There are going to be all-stars. That's how the draft works. It's just going to be up to smart franchises to identify who those players are.
Corey, what kind of mic are you using, big fella? That's some high-quality audio, you guys. I heard you. I'm like, oh, this guy sounds like he on a stand-up routine or something. What kind of mic you got there?
This one is an Amcrest that I'm on right now.
Okay. All right. That's one of the better ones we've had.
Nice.
It caught me off guard. I'm sorry. All right. Let's get back to the draft.
I've done this before.
I see. Sacramento's right now slated at number 13. Give me some players I should keep an eye on around that range. We know about the SARs and some of the heavy guys at the top of the draft. Give me some guys you're looking at 13 for the Kings.
I think on the latest No Ceilings mock draft, we drafted Jared McCain for the Sacramento Kings. McCain, Duke guard, about 6'2", 6'3", one of the best shooters in the draft. And the thing about McCain is that he is just the most charismatic dude that might be in any draft ever. Like, this is a dude who's famous on TikTok, all of that. The first time I met him was at the Nike Hoop Summit when he was in high school. He looks you in the eye. He smiles. He has that quarterback charisma that is just going to be a incredible presence in a locker room outside of what he brings on the basketball court, which is his on-ball, off-ball ability to contribute, whether he's playing next to a De'Aaron Fox or whether, he's coming off the bench and, operating with the ball in his hand. So I think he's a really interesting prospect freshman guard. Another guy like similar vein, a little less polished, but maybe a little bit more upside is Bub Carrington from Pittsburgh. Burst onto the scene with a triple-double in his first game. He is the youngest American-born prospect in the draft. He's a 6'5" guard with a 6'8" wingspan. He is, if he's not the best pull-up shooter in the draft, he is number 2 behind Rob Dillingham. Also an incredible passer. He every read in the book. He can paint the corners. He can hit the roll man. He can make the simple play. Needs to improve on finishing and just getting to the rim instead of settling for the pull-ups, but that's why he's a late lottery guy instead of a top 5 pick. So those are two kind of guards that I think are really interesting. And then you're going to get into, some of the wings. Maybe there's a Cody Williams there. Maybe there's a guy like Dalton Connect because he's a little older, even though he's a sure thing. Maybe he slips into that range. I mean, that's the thing about this draft. It's kind of unpredictable, and every team is probably going to identify and have a different board, maybe go and find their guys. So I think that the Kings are going to have a lot of options around that late lottery pick.
Corey Telebus with us from No Ceilings. What do you think of Cody Williams' teammate at Colorado? What do you think of Tristan da Silva as a fit for the Kings?
Huge fan of Tristan da Silva. Huge fan. Yeah, Tristan da Silva, I mean, it's hard to find something that he's not good at on the basketball court. Now, do I think he has this crazy upside where he's going to turn into an all-star? No, I don't think he has that kind of juice on the ball, but excellent shooter from 3, shot 50% on long 2s, great foul shooter, efficient at the rim, plus passer with good feel. He's 6'9", 6'10". We have scouts at No Ceilings that are at Colorado that are in the Pac-12. I've seen him multiple times, said his physique is great in person. Spoke to a prospect that we did an interview with that off air had spoken about him, said he has that like Euro game, just, the most talented guy that he had played with. So I think Da Silva is a guy who is not a super sexy pick, but he's a winning player. He's a guy who fills in the gaps. He's, a glue guy who is just going to be able to play with whoever you have on the floor. Not every player can play with, whatever lineup you throw out on the floor. Da Silva is that kind of guy.
What about my boy Jacoby Walter? I'm zeroing in on him out of Baylor. What do you think?
Yeah, I go back and forth on Jacoby. Another guy I saw when he was in high school, week of the Nike Hoop Summit, and the things that stand out are his work ethic, the shooting, obviously, beautiful form, right? Great frame, like legit size, legit strength already as a freshman. Had some really big games for Baylor this year that really stand out, but really struggled with consistency. Struggled at the rim. He did aggressively get there and draw free throws, and that's a plus. But he does have to convert when he gets there and do a better job of that. But I think with him, what you're looking at is you're looking at a guy who's off the ball, who is running off movement, catching and shooting, getting out in transition. And that's, honestly, that's a good thing given, for a Sacramento team. We obviously don't know what's going to happen, with Malik Monk. So having a guy who can, maybe do some similar things as he, matures as a player, I think is definitely an interesting proposition. And he's a guy that, I could see him sliding on draft night. I can also see a team taking him like at pick 5 or pick 6, there's a wide range of outcomes for him. It's just how much you believe in his talent and that shooting ability at his height.
That's Corey Teleba from No Ceilings, catching up on the upcoming draft. And Corey, as you mentioned, Jared McCain seems to be a good fit for the Kings. He's popping up in a lot of mock drafts, and he's from here, charismatic, as you say. So, I'm not being critical of him. I just wanted to know, we so often hear when we look at guys in a draft, sometimes we just want to overlook the flaws. We want to focus on the strengths, but what would be some of the potential flaws of a guy like Jared McCain, who a lot of people think could be on his way here?
I think you look at the defensive side of the ball right now. It's not that he doesn't play with effort. He does. He's a smart defender. He'll know where to be positionally. But with a 6'3" wingspan and a guy who's going to be 6'2", 6'3" on the court, he doesn't have like positional size, like the plus positional size that you would necessarily prefer in your backcourt, especially as like somebody who maybe you can envision starting alongside De'Aaron Fox one day, right? Like it's a pretty small backcourt. So defensively, that's definitely the thing that sticks out right away. There are questions about his playmaking. That wasn't his role. He played next to Tyrese Proctor. There were other guys that soaked up usage. In high school, he showed more of it, but that doesn't always translate. So can he play with the ball in his hands more? I tend to buy that, but it's far from a sure thing. I think he was at around 1 assist a game this year. So I think those would be the drawbacks. I think as an offensive scorer, he doesn't really have many weaknesses. He's efficient all over the floor, even though he's not like a super athlete who's going to, yam on dudes. He's good at the rim because he's stocky and strong. And I think that's his, a benefit to him. He rebounds because of the strength and his feel and all that. But defensively, I think, he just, at a certain point, if you're 6'3" with a 6'3" wingspan, certain dudes are just going to be able to rise up and shoot over you, even if you're playing good defense. It's just the reality of the NBA.
Corey, one guy that intrigues me is Ron Holland. Well, what's happened with him? I mean, the former number one guy coming out of high school, I'm looking at a lot of mocks. He's anywhere from 9 to 12 or so, something like that. Is he an intriguing young prospect?
You know what? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. For me, he is not super intriguing. I've kind of been lower on Ron for a while. Yeah. Again, he was another guy I saw practice, play for a week straight at the Nike Hoop Summit. Didn't have a great week there. He did have a good game. But I didn't necessarily love his demeanor in practices. And then he really struggled this year. And I guess it all depends on what you expect out of Ron Holland. We talk about, the strength and the weakness of this class. If you're looking at him and going, well, can he be Jaylen Brown? Can he be a guy who is this next wing kind of all-star player like that? I'm more on the sell end of that. Okay. If you're like, can he come in, make plays as a rebounder, hustle guy, get out in transition, cut off the ball, then, you're starting to let me buy into that a little bit more. The issue is the team he went to at the Ignite this year, the G League Ignite program, which that team was so bad that they literally shut it down.
Hold it, yeah.
Yeah, they gave him the reins, and they let him take shots that I just don't think are in his wheelhouse. So is him going to that next level, is a team going to expect the guy who they saw who was trying to be a 20-point scorer and try to force him into that role, or are they going to scale him down and make him more of a role player? And if, so it depends where he goes. I think ultimately where he ends up as a player, because there's so much talent in the league now. We see guys all the time, Josh Jackson, Kevin Knox, these guys that are talented top 10 picks, they wash out quick, right? Because they don't live up to the hype. And you talk about struggling as a shooter. I mean, 24% from three this year, couldn't make open ones in catch and shoot scenarios. Only in the half court, he was only 53% at the rim, so he's a beast in transition, but he's not really good in tight spaces. So he's just so raw. He's also super young, so he has a lot of room to grow, but I guess it all depends on, is he going to go to a team that's going to either dial him back and kind of let him be the guy that I think he has a skill set to be, or is he going to go to a team that gives him all of the freedom in the world and he's like a good stat, bad team guy? He'll put up numbers, but will it impact winning? That I'm not so sure of.
For great draft coverage, you want to be following at No Ceilings NBA on Twitter. Corey Telebut, we appreciate your time very much and your insight. Thanks. Hope to talk to you again soon.
Absolutely. Anytime, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right, Corey.
Yeah, nice microphone.
Man. Yeah, that's a solid mic work there.
So, we'll break down some of the things that Corey had to say about my new Kings draft favorite when we come right back.
Oh, my gosh.
Drive Guys, Sactown
Flavor
Sports.
of the day.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Mark Finan in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Skies will stay clear through the night tonight. Our overnight lows will drop down to the low 50s. Tomorrow, a cooler day. We'll see sun, a few clouds with highs in the upper 70s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA3 app.
At Elk Grove Honda, we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we buy from ourselves. Right now, you'll find interest rates as low as 1.99% APR on approved credit. See our certified pre-owned Hondas in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
If you need bold banners to boost your business, but you're on a budget, think Staples. Posters, flyers, signs, and menus for less? Think Staples. Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward. Now at Staples, save $50 on your print purchase of $150 or more. Same-day service available on hundreds of items if you order by noon. And all backed by Staples' Print Perfect guarantee. So it's done right or it's printed again free. Staples, your local print and marketing expert. N61, visit staples.com/print for details.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for up to half the cost. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 1, 5, and 10 gig data plans with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon January 2024.
So here's a fact. 85% of the population will suffer from foot pain in their lifetime. That's almost everyone. So you'd think there'd be plenty of healthy long-term remedies, but there just aren't, right? Hi, I'm Dan from the Good Feet store. You know, people come in all the time sharing the same frustrating story. Bought this, tried that, been there, done whatever, all different kinds of things, but all with a similar result. Nothing. A discouraging and endless cycle of disappointment. If this rings a bell, don't despair. There is hope. If you think you've tried everything, you probably haven't tried Good Feet arch supports from the Good Feet store. They're designed to relieve, even eliminate, the pain commonly caused by certain foot conditions like plantar fasciitis, bunions, flat feet, and others. Plus, provide better balance and increased comfort.
Do you have sore feet, an aching back, or plantar fasciitis? Then get to the Good Feet store nearest you for your free arch support fitting. Good Feet arch supports are only available at the Good Feet store.
National Ping Club Fitter of the Year, Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is introducing the straightest, most forgiving Ping driver ever with the new Ping G430 Max 10K driver. A fixed back weight, Ping's largest head profile, and a carbon fly wrap crown help G430 Max 10K launch the ball higher with less spin for consistently longer and straighter results. Schedule your fitting and see for yourself at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue to Cap City Freeway, or online at hagenoaks.com.
Are you stressing about your IRS tax problems? Have you received notices from the IRS threatening to garnish your wages, levy your bank accounts, or seize your property? You need an ally. Allies Tax Relief has tax attorneys and enrolled agents that are ready to fight for you. They have saved millions for taxpayers just like you. Allies Tax Relief can help put a stop to IRS collections and, most importantly, negotiate your tax debt. Here's Brenda, a happy client of Allies Tax Relief.
I owed the IRS around $57,000, and they're about to start garnishing my paychecks. I heard a commercial on the radio about Allies Tax Relief, so I thought I'd give them a call. After a day, they were able to at least stop the garnishments, and after a few months of negotiations, I walked away owing the IRS only $301.
If you owe the IRS, call Allies Tax Relief right now for your free consultation. Call 800-230-5174. 800-230-5174. That's 800-230-5174.
It's the Folsom Lake Forward Memorial Day Sell-a-thon. Get low finance rates on approved credit and Memorial Day bonus cash now through Monday. Shop Folsom Lake Forward. Over 35 years in the Folsom Auto Mall, and tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you.
Capital Casino has been serving the greater Sacramento area in the same convenient downtown location for over 20 years, with plenty of close-by, well-lit parking monitored by security staff and offering the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Best food, best service, and the best action. That's Capital Casino. For more information on tournaments and gaming, check out their website at capital-casino.com. And please remember,
The Drive Guys, live and local, every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
What a game we got going on right now at the Oakland Coliseum. The Rockies and the A's, when those two teams get together, anything can happen. It usually does. The A's were down 4-0. They scored a run in the seventh, make it 4-1. 2 in the eighth, make it 4-3. The A's then tied the game in the ninth, 4-4. 10th inning, Rockies score. A's come right back to tie it. 11th inning, Rockies score 4. The A's come right back with 4, and they got the bases loaded 9-9 with 2 outs in the 11th.
Can't count these guys out, Whitey.
This
team. This team's still playing hard to the final out.
And
Bases
there must
loaded
be
now.
40 or 50 people
Right.
there.
Dozens.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right. 3-0.
Oh my
3-0 count, big fella. You rest that bat. You don't swing, right? You gotta just leave that bat on your shoulder right here.
I think this is a take situation.
You don't even think about swing. You make him throw a strike right here. Here we go. Little baseball play-by-play. Oh, this dude is wild.
It's
A's
over.
win. A's win.
They're walking off with a
Walk-off walk. That dude.
5 in the 11th.
He had 4 straight in the dirt, I think it was. 3rd walk-off win this season for the Oakland A's.
It's hard to get, jump around excited when you walk. I mean, they won, but you get a hit or something. Somebody runs in and scores. Yeah. But when you walk, it's hard. They're trying.
I thought you were going to say it's hard to do that when you got more players on the field than people in the stands. That's what I thought you were. But no, shout out to them. Did they snap the losing streak or what's the?
I think they did.
Yeah,
I think they lost last night.
Right?
12, and I happened to have it on last night in the 12th inning. And there was maybe 30 people there. I don't know. I don't know how many were there to start the game, but not everybody stood around.
That's a big ballpark with 200 people.
It was so pretty, Drapes, when that wasn't there in center field.
Oh, because you had the view and everything. Yeah,
it was really nice. But even it's antiquated even aside from that now because everything's so small.
Yeah.
But anyway, same.
Shout out to the A's this year, getting it done. Nice win.
The A's from
no, you can't do
Sacramento.
That. You can't get water poured on you for a walk off with a walk, right? Now, if you had a base hit, all right, give him the Gatorade bath.
Yeah.
Don't pour water on the guy for taking a walk.
OBP, Drapes. OBP. Okay.
It's funny if you go back and look at film of when a team wins a World Series in the 60s or something. They don't even get that excited, because it was just different. They're like,
different.
Hey, buddy, and then run up like, hey, we won.
We won.
Yeah,
I mean, these guys are celebrating like they won the World Series or something. Like they were like, it's just one of 62, boys. One of 162.
The A's from a city to be named later.
Sacramento.
Now, I'm with you, Jay. Apparently, they don't feel that way.
But it's okay. We can start to bully them a little bit. We got to start to push the narrative. What's the worst that can happen?
Well, the reason I don't want to do that is because that they're going to have merchandise that says that.
Of course.
So they want to sell it to me. They just don't want to call themselves
that. They just want to call it that. They got to be called something, though, when they come, right?
A's.
Just the A's.
Yeah.
See, I'm on the long play here. You guys are looking at the 3 years. I'm looking at the 30.
With you.
I'm looking at the long play. The 30 years after the 3 years.
Yeah, the Sacramento A's.
There you go.
Speak it into existence.
There you go.
I hear you.
Don't you think maybe that's why there's not more momentum towards a WNBA team is because, the people in town that have that kind of money, they're focusing more on baseball. And if you had a WNBA team, you'd be at cross purposes because they play at the same time. And
I'm not buying that, Whitey. I'm not buying that. I don't think the interest to bring the WNBA team is that strong here.
I think it would be.
I don't think it's because of baseball.
No, I'm just saying that Vivek, and I'm not criticizing him. My feeling is that he's like, well, I want to invest in first the River Cats and then baseball. It's like if I bring in the WNBA, then I'm making it even harder for my baseball team to draw.
I see what you're saying. I see. What you're saying.
I don't know, but
But there's talk about hockey too that Vivek has had his eye on. I think he's looking at bigger fish, and I don't think it's. I'm not going to look at WNBA because I'm focused on. I think he'd rather have one of these, one of the four majors come through Sacramento. I will say this, and something happened today, fellas, for the first time in my life. I'm not proud of this, but I'm going to say it. I looked up WNBA tickets because I'm thinking about traveling to go to a game.
That's great.
No, but the question is, why did it take so long, Drapes?
I see.
Yeah, some people might be like, well, you should have been done that. But I was looking at LA Sparks tickets. I'm thinking about going down to LA to see Cameron Brink and them and the LA Sparks.
Caitlin Clark's coming out here, isn't she?
She's coming out.
I think on this trip they're coming.
Yeah, this weekend I think they're coming.
Is that what
out.
you're talking about?
Yeah, and tickets are like $125 to get in.
Really?
I'm thinking about it. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know how you guys. WNBA basketball. I'm watching the games now. I'm looking at the highlights. I'm checking the box scores the day after. Like this Caitlin Clark.
Don't look at the box score.
WNBA, I could do that. Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, like they've made me even more interested in WNBA basketball. It's a thing now, man. The crowds are great. I don't know if you saw Caitlin Clark and them. They just lost by 2 last night to Seattle. Yeah. Close game. And so I'm following it.
My boy over there, he's up on the WNBA.
Man.
You have to adopt you a WNBA team.
Now, dude, I'm telling you, I don't know about the Valkyries. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm going on board with
That's
them.
Fugazi.
Right? Exactly. I might be an Aces fan or something. That would just be like me, right? Go with the 2-time defending champs, the Aces.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Start at the top. They won't always be there. Fellas, and this is gonna sound bad. I'm just not in it. I'm not a WNBA guy.
Really?
Yeah. It doesn't touch me. I don't get excited for it. I never have. I've been to a couple of games, of course, with my daughter, and she's kind of bowed out. She's more worried about the mascot, more or less, than the game. It's just something that hasn't been taken over for me. I'd rather watch Don Staley in South Carolina. I'd rather watch the college game. The WNBA just hasn't grasped me yet.
Mm-hmm. Take a look at it this year, Jay. Give it another shot this year. Next time, I need to see the ESPN schedule. Next time it's televised. Just watch a little bit this year.
Okay.
Your friend and mine, Chris Watkins?
Yeah.
He is, and he had it last year, the WNBA package.
He got the league pass?
Yes.
They selling
Chris
that?
Watt? Yeah, they got WNBA league pass.
It's not like, Kaylin Clark, I got to see this.
He had it last year. He's a hoop head, man.
Yeah.
Kudos to him.
Uh-huh. All right. Why Tristan Da Silva is the obvious pick. We have that coming up. Also, you know what? I have a guy for you. A vet. I just want to see what you think.
Yeah.
A guy that could be available. Guy in the playoffs this year, a veteran who's done some things that could become available. Would you have any interest? We always have fun with that. And just, I'm not pushing this guy on you. Just want to know what you think, okay? So you don't have to say, why do you do that? Just want to know what you think.
All right. So this is not your guy, just
no,
a guy.
But it's a guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next with the Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Whitey here reminding you that not all gas grills are created equal. This Memorial Day, bring out all the delicious flavors in your grilled meals with the amazing Napoleon Prestige and Prestige Pro line of outdoor cookers with features that other grills can't match. They're built different, built better, built to last, made with premium stainless steel that boasts quality and a lifetime warranty. Plus, up to $100 off select Napoleon models for May. Napoleon grills and accessories are now available at your nearby Amy's Ace Hardware in Sacramento and now El Dorado.
Catch all the action at Sky River Casino. Enjoy over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines, and a thrilling high-limit room. Plus, with 18 elevated restaurants, bars, and lounge destinations, and Sky River rewards that add up and up. There's something for everyone. Just minutes from Sacramento, right off Highway 99 in Elk Grove. Join in the fun and experience new heights. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Visit skyriver.com today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Elk Grove Honda, we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we'd buy from ourselves. And right now, you'll find interest rates as low as 1.99% APR on approved credit. Our Honda-trained technicians only certify our Hondas if they pass a thorough 182-point inspection. See our exceptional selection of Elk Grove Honda certified pre-owned Hondas with interest rates as low as 1.99% APR on approved credit. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions. Attention anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, and other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-934-9217. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you with the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary.
I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-934-9217 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, and other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Over the years, some of golf's best stories were about the legendary Ben Hogan. Tommy Bolt once said that Hogan was the only player he'd ever known to get an ovation on the practice tee. He said he saw Hogan playing practice rounds before a tournament where half the gallery was made up of other professionals. When Bolt was asked who was better, Jack Nicklaus or Ben Hogan, Bolt replied, "Well, I saw Nicklaus watch Hogan practice, but I never saw Hogan watch Nicklaus." That's a pretty definite answer. Hogan described the game of golf as a game of misses. He said, "The player who misses best is the one who's going to win." He believed that the first hole was the most important, saying, "Well, if you don't birdie the first hole, how can you expect to birdie them all?" Ben Hogan knew the value of positive thinking on the golf course. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Sacramento, Dirk Bentley is coming to town.
Hey y'all, this is Dirk Bentley.
Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends.
This is Bartley. Take my hand, let me make you mine.
Hey, it's Dasha. Kelsey Hart and more. Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets before they sell out at CITPfest.com. Brought to you by Coors Light.
The Memorial Day Race to Savings sale is on now at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline Civics, and Accords with low financing and lease options. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Take it on the local level. Live and local, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sactown Sports. The only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sactown Sports.
This song would be, if I were a major leaguer, this would be my walk-up song.
Really?
This is, Down by Stone Temple
Yeah.
Pilots. This would be my walk-up song. What would be you have one in mind that would be your walk-up song? Probably some Taylor Swift or
Yeah,
something.
it might be We Are Never, Ever, Ever Getting Back Together, something like that. I have no idea, man. You can't put me on the spot like that.
What's
It'd
radio?
probably
That's
be
what we
some
do.
Mobb Deep or something like that. Some Shook Ones or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
That would probably be mine. Yes.
Jay, you might have had a walk-up song at one time or another.
Oh, you had numerous.
Yeah, what's your
100 of them
go-to?
at this point?
Some DJ Quick, Drew Down, what?
A lot of it was West Coast, a lot of E40. I mean, guys that are certain people we even know, like Messy Marv. I've had so many
Messy
different.
Marv, okay.
Yeah, I had.
How often would you change them? Would you change them like, oh, I haven't gotten a hit in a couple of games, I better change it?
You know, well, most of the time, what would happen is before the season, you know, you would get with the crew that was doing it, a PA crew or whatever, and then you would kind of pick 4 to 5 songs, and they would put them in rotation. It never really was like the same one. Now, there were people who are superstitious. Hey, I'm hot. I'm going. Keep playing that same song.
Right.
And most of the time, you guys know, they recognize that. You know, if you went 3 for 4 today and tomorrow you went 2 for 5 and the
playing
next
the
day,
same
yeah,
one,
they playing it for you over it. Be feeling yourself. But I was the type of person, man, I get up there, I be, you know, kind of dancing a little bit, and I like to have fun.
Really?
Yeah,
All right,
I was,
all right.
as much as I was locked in, I played ball to have fun too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was more from the Nomar Garcia Parra school. You know, step out, you know, give a little wink,
Yeah.
move the bat a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, I bet the pitchers love that.
They didn't really mind. I didn't really had too many issues. Yeah, nobody really. Pretty sure somebody threw at me, but I didn't really know it.
My buddy Mark Kreidler, I did some shows, many shows with Mark Kreidler. One of them used to be here, and he, his son is a professional baseball player in the Tigers organization currently. And when Ryan was playing at Davis High, Mark would, help out like doing the PA. And he, so one time he's doing the PA. And so the player said, hey, will you play our walk-up songs? Okay. So he's like, okay. So they gave him all these songs played. And this would have been, 2012, something like that. Okay. And he didn't check any of the music.
Oh, he got you.
So he's blaring it out. Yes. And the parents are going, what are you playing? Explicit lyrics.
Of course. Kids in the stands and everything. And family environment. And you have
to get the PG.
You got some 2 Live Crew blast, right?
I didn't think of that. Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right. Before we get to the player, I'm just curious.
Oh, yeah,
your guy. Player. Not my guy.
All right.
But I'll tell you who is my guy. The more we talk about the draft, and we just talked to our buddy from No Ceilings, I do like Tristan da Silva. I think he's a really good fit.
That's the guy now?
And one of the things I like about him is he strikes me as one of those, maybe a lower ceiling, but you're not drafting him hoping that he's going to become a franchise guy. You're drafting him, and maybe he does. That's great. But realistically, you're thinking this is a guy that can come in, and by the mid-season, he should be able to help me. And if he can, he's going to be a reliable piece for the next couple of years.
Well, he's an older guy, right? A little experienced
he's like
guy.
The same age as Zion, right?
Zion, 23 right now, which is great. Zion has been in the league 10 years, it feels like. So, yeah, Tristan da Silva, a 23-year-old, made 43% of his three-point attempts.
Big.
Big guy, But you're looking at, let me ask you this, because I don't know if he'll be a star, but just a good rotation guy for many years.
Yeah, I'm thinking if I can get somebody like that in the draft. Now, I'm still going to have to get, through other means, trade, free agency, more talent. But I feel like in this draft, based on what people are saying, if I can get a guy that's like, that guy is solid and he can help us, I feel like that's a win.
Okay. All right. I think so. Obviously, I'm of the belief that, you want to draft somebody that has star potential, but what comes with that is higher risk.
Yes.
It's like it's a boom or bust kind of thing. And
you got to have patience if you got a 19-year-old. And right now I'm feeling like I don't have time for
that's
that.
my boy Jacoby Walter. He's a 19-year-old. I really like Jacoby. I like his shot. We had Corey on, talked about his shot.
Yeah.
Kevin O'Connor calls him, a dog, has that dog attitude mentality. But if they do go your route, here's the problem I have with that, Whitey. I feel like Keegan Murray, who has star potential, yes, but it's almost like that. You know what I mean? Very solid, good, right? Kind of redundant. Yeah, I think I need a little more to it, a little more sizzle. With my steak. That's just my thought.
Yeah, I got you. How about you, Jay? Just in general, risky. I don't know how risky Drape's guy is. Jacoby Walter should be a good player, but younger guy may take a while to develop. Higher ceiling or lower ceiling, a guy who's really solid, might be able to help me now, will never help me as much as that young guy might someday.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's hard for me to answer because I got to know what else happens.
Yeah.
What other spot is filled. But
I
do see, and I said this name, I think it was off air. When you talk about da Silva, I can kind of see him being like a Derek Lively, a Trace Jackson, kind of fit in that role where we know he's going to come in, he's going to play solid, maybe never, evolve into a superstar. But I'm for that for the next 3 or 4 years, knowing that we have some stars, all NBA guys, and hopefully we're going to knock on every piece of wood we can. Keegan takes that step, and then he becomes one of those roles guys. Again, we see Derek Lively playing an utmost role right now.
Yeah, big role for the Mavs.
Yeah. It's so tricky, as we've discussed. You don't know what Malik's going to do for sure, but and maybe you do have a good idea. But to me, the way I'm looking at it, who I pick depends on who I'm going after in free agency and in trades. But I'm not sure what I'm going to get, right? So you have to do it backwards.
It's backwards. The timeline is definitely backwards. Like, are you drafting knowing that Malik won't be here or not? Like, you got to factor all that in.
All right. We know that everybody loves Derek Jones Jr., right?
Yes.
Everybody loves him.
Yeah, we're big.
We're all in.
Presumably the Dallas Mavericks love him as well. And everybody's favorite writer, John Hollinger, said today in The Athletic, he said the Mavs, they might be able to squeeze in a non-taxpayer mid-level exception deal for Derek Jones Jr. and stay below the apron.
Okay.
He's saying, they look at that and go, wow, we got to keep this guy. One way they would do that is by having somebody pay to take Tim Hardaway Jr. Would you have any interest if Dallas is like, look, we had to do some financial things. We want to keep Derek Jones Jr., but Tim Hardaway is available, Tim Hardaway Jr., and maybe there's a little something you get just for taking him off their hands, second rounder or something. Would you have interest in Tim Hardaway Jr.?
Yes.
Would you?
Oh, yeah. I'm a big Tim Hardaway Jr. fan.
Really?
I think Tim Hardaway Jr. is the exact kind of player we need.
He could be your sixth man.
That's what I'm saying, especially if Malik leaves. Tim Hardaway Jr. would be a nice plug-and-play kind of guy. He only has one more year left on his contract, so you might only have him for a one-year rental. But in terms of a guy that you can trust to come off the bench, instant offense, a gamer, see, the thing about the Kings, and I think this is where they need to get to be a championship contender, you need to have multiple guys who on any given night can go off for 20 or more points. Adding Tim Hardaway Jr. gives you that guy. And so I'm big on him right now.
Tim Hardaway Jr., would he make sense for the Kings? And by the way, LeBron is now challenging the challenge rules. More on both those things when we come right back to the Drive Guys Show, Sactown Sports.
Subscribe to Sactown Sports on YouTube and watch the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Live Monday through Friday from 6 to 6. Plus view archive shows and exclusive content.
Subscribe at youtube.com/Sactown Sports.
It's the Memorial Day sales event going on at Lodi Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Hi folks, Leonard Harrington here, and I'm here to tell you we've got the savings, the selection, and of course the service to make Memorial Day better than ever. You know, the start of the summer is the perfect time to get into that new Ram truck, Dodge Charger, Chrysler 300, or Jeep Wrangler that you've been thinking about. And of course, there's plenty in stock to choose from. We've got the colors, the styles, and the options you've been looking for. Maybe you need service on your vehicle. From routine maintenance to major repairs, let our factory-trained service techs get you back on the road at no time at all. It's our Memorial Day sales event, so why not kick off the summer right now? Only at Lodi Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, right off 99 in Kettleman, and open till 9 every night and Sundays after church.
Prices are better at the low price center. Lodi Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Visit us at LodiCDJR.com.
Yeah!
The Drive Guys, live and local, every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
We're trying to piece together some possible acquisitions for the Kings. And one of the keys to me, if you're trying to figure out what the Kings are going to do, it makes sense to me, Drapes, Jay, dear listener, that we should be looking for guys that may be available at some kind of discount. You know?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
because that makes sense for the Kings.
Yep.
And so there's a suggestion from Hollinger today on The Athletic that Dallas, obviously, like everybody else, they see how well Derek Jones Jr. is playing, so they would want to keep him. Hollinger says Dallas might have to pay somebody to take Tim Hardaway Jr. if they want to squeeze in a non-taxpayer mid-level exception deal for Derek Jones Jr. and stay below the apron. In other words, wow, we can keep Derek Jones Jr., but we need somebody to take Hardaway Jr. off our hands. He's making a lot of money, got 1 year left. So maybe that would be a type of thing where the Kings can say, well, yeah, we're willing to take him off your hands. You throw in a little extra something, be a good deal for him.
Yeah,
Drapes likes the player a lot.
I likes to play the player a lot. He's due $16.2 million.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly, Jay. That's it. You know, and I would even argue, how about this? I might even throw this at you, fellas. Independent of whether Malik comes back or not, he's a guy that I'm interested in. He adds some depth to our team. When you look at our roster, how many times did we see Chris Duarte, Sasha, Davion, Kia, whoever it may be, Kobe Jones, whoever, Mike Brown was searching for something. You can never be too deep in the NBA. I want to go 9 or 10 deep and be good with it. And so I think Tim Hardaway Jr. would be a good fit coming off the bench for us. Yes.
Yeah, it's the chicken or the egg question with players coming off the bench, as we saw last year. Do the players need to play better so the coach will play them more, or does the coach need to play them more so they'll play better?
Right.
But I think either way, with a bunch of the guys we saw last year, I don't think the Kings can afford to run that back.
No, exactly.
Not what they did last year. This might work. And look, I hope everybody plays great and is happy for the rest of their lives, but they can't have that same situation this year.
I mean, we got to call it what it is, right? And these are all my guys. Obviously, big fan of everybody.
We've got to mention any name.
No, I got to mention any names. But there is a lot of players who just did not have an impact on our team that got minutes and for whatever reason just did not have an impact. Dead weight, if you will, whether it's injuries, whether it's fit, not given the opportunity, whatever. We can't go into this upcoming season with uncertainty.
Right.
We went into this last season, this guy came over from Europe. How's he going to fit in? This guy was injured his second year. We had a lot of question marks throughout last season. We need to go into the season knowing what we have and not hopeful, man, I hope this player can become this.
Right.
I hope that, no, we know who this dude is and we know what he's going to give the Kings.
Hope is not a strategy.
Exactly. I'm done hoping. We need results. We need guys, proven commodities out there. That's why I bring up Zach LaVine. That's why I bring up guys that have a resume of playing good, and that even if they come here, at least we know we're going to get at minimum this level from these guys.
Yeah. You go back a year ago, and one of the things the Kings tried to do during the summer was address the reserve situation, right?
Yeah.
The bench hadn't been great overall the year before. And so last year they tried to address that, and they had a bunch of guys that one of these guys should work. And basically none of them did, right? I mean, for the most part.
None of them did.
If this guy doesn't work, that guy should, or that guy's like, nope, it didn't work. Out. Okay, great try. But you can't try that again.
You can't do that. And that's what the draft is for. If you get a 13th pick, all right, you hope this guy becomes this.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about making the playoffs and challenging in the West, you look at all the teams. We know what Nickeil Alexander-Walker is. We know what Naz Reid is. We knew what Jaden McDaniels. We know, those guys are set. And even Dallas, we knew what Daniel Gafford was. We saw it in Washington. We knew what P.J. Washington had in the tank. He came into Sacramento and beasted us one time while he was with Charlotte. They had proven commodities. We did. We were hoping guys played well. We were hoping guys took the leap. We were hoping in a new system. Now we need to know whoever we get, we know they're going to plug and play, like we were talking about with Tristan Da Silva. Plug and play. Come here to Sac, get your minutes, play, earn the trust of Mike Brown. Don't be 60 games in, Mike's still unsure whether no, we need to hit the ground running, man.
Yeah, we mentioned that just a few days ago was the anniversary of the trade for Weber. Chris Webber turned everything around. But that offseason, of course, that was a lockout. But the Kings had made the playoffs 96. They took a Seattle team, a very good Seattle team, and they played them, nose to nose. They lost. 97, they weren't very good. 98, they weren't very good. So then they're coming in this 99 season. It was 98, 99, but with the lockout, they only played 99. So what do? They went out, they got Chris Webber. They traded away Mitch. They also got, so my point is you got to do a number of things. You got Vlade. They drafted Jason Williams.
All in the same year.
Yes, they brought in, let's get John Barry, Vernon Maxwell.
So it's not just one, it's not, yeah. I agree with you. And I think that's where we're at right now. It's, no offense about the slow play and trying to, but you can walk and chew gum at the same time, Monty. You don't have to be like, all right, this year we're going to do this. Next year we're going to do this. No, if you know what you need, get it now. It's like going to the grocery store every day, Whitey. You're going to need breakfast in the morning, Cheerios and milk. Why are you going to wait till the next morning to go? Go get it right now while you still can. Why? Go out there, shop for the groceries right now.
Yeah.
I like that analogy. You like that one, right?
Except, I'm thinking, go to the grocery store every day. I think you're doing it wrong.
No, people do that. That's the new way of doing things, big fella. Tell them, Jay,
man, my wife sometimes goes to the grocery store and feel like every day.
Dude, one day you out of milk, next day you out of sugar, next day toilet paper run out, and feel like
I don't really do the shopping. So
exactly.
Maybe I'm speaking out of ignorance, but Every day?
You ain't watching that account? Yeah, you ain't watching that account.
You're not watching, dude. And it might not be a full shop. It's not a full shop. It's, darn.
Couple of bags.
Especially, Jay, and you know this, you got a young 13-year-old. You got a young kid right now. I got a 14-year-old. The dude eats cereal left and right, and they won't tell you when it's out. And so it's like, Dad, I'm out of cereal. It's like, geez, Dad, we out of milk. Dad,
my wife was here. She'd tell you that's me.
Oh, really? See?
Yeah.
You're the 14-year-old. You're the 14-year-old. Honey, we're out of milk.
Yeah. Because I could eat cereal all day still. You still
really?
Oh, yeah.
What kind of cereal, though?
Oh, it's like Special K or whatever.
Oh, that's not cereal, bro. That's
that's wheat.
Yeah, that's wheat, right? That's you know what, though? I'm a Raisin Bran guy.
Love Raisin Bran.
Oh, you're a Raisin Bran guy, too?
Love Raisin Bran.
Yeah, that's the adult cereal, gold standard right there. I even add extra raisins.
I'm with you.
You do that? Okay. Yeah.
You gotta have the 2 scoops.
Yeah, you gotta have
that. Sounds dangerous.
Exactly, man. And then you gotta add more in to finish the milk and everything. So it's like a bowl and a half or whatever. Yeah.
You know what I started lately, especially if I forgot to tell Sheena there's no milk. What am I gonna do? You get the bowl and you put yogurt in it and then put the cereal in that.
Yogurt?
Ooh, like kind of granola type. See, that's because you eat that Special K. That's why it works like that.
Special K, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's good.
Yogurt?
Yeah.
With the cereal?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know
Instead of
about
the milk.
that. Yeah.
That's yogurt and granola.
That's
big
granola.
Fella. That's what that is.
Well, it's not granola. It's Special K cereal or whatever cereal.
Got a little crunch to
there.
it. The Special K got a little crunch to it in there.
You at least eat the Special K strawberry or anything
Yeah,
flavor?
it's Special K strawberry.
Okay,
and there's
all
another
right.
one that has berries and it's like little pieces of
Yes,
yogurt.
the dried out
I know
fruit,
which ones
the
you're
dried
talking
fruit.
about. Yeah,
It's
that's
pretty
good
good.
stuff. That's
It's
good
pretty
stuff.
But Cocoa Krispies is the greatest cereal ever. Right?
I have to disagree with that.
Nah, Cocoa Krispies? I don't know. No,
That's not even on
Is
my
that
top
Count
25
Dracula
ringer.
number? No,
Yeah,
That's Count Chocula, which
Count
was
Chocula?
a Cocoa Krispies ripoff.
Oh, all right, Count Chocula.
That's not even on my top 25 ringer edition.
Dude, mine was what was it? Dig'em Smacks back in the day. Y'all remember that?
Of course.
They were called Sugar
For all
Smacks.
Sugar Smacks.
But they had to change it because they took sugar out of all the cereal names because people said,
Oh, you remember that?
But they were Smacks.
Yeah, Dig'em
Yeah.
Smacks. Those were the things. Yeah.
Jay was a
Cookie Crisp.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Cookie
Okay.
Crisp, which is crazy. I don't like chocolate chip cookies.
that is crazy.
Yeah.
And Cocoa Krispies not even your ringer top 25 cereals.
I'm going
under
Kevin
25.
O'Connor. Yeah.
They got the ringer over here behind us.
How about is it on the almost made it?
I gotta put my list together. It might just miss the cut.
Yeah, that's a poll right there. Or something like what's the Compio says Cheerios. Got to be Honey Nut
regular
Cheerio.
ones?
Got to be Honey
The
Nut.
ones you
big fella.
feed,
Yeah.
the ones you feed to the babies,
Right.
No, that's not it.
You say Compio sitting in the high chair pawing up some Cheerios. Come on, man. Nah, yeah,
Honey nuts are good.
Honey
yeah.
Nut I can rock with.
Jay's got his almost made it grape nuts flakes. Where's the Cocoa Krispies?
Yeah, grape nuts, they're out of there too.
Oh my
that,
god.
that definitely is not making the top 25.
Somebody said
Jay-
Cocoa Pebbles.
Yeah, Smacks.
Yeah.
Dig,
Honey Smacks, I think they're
Honey
called
Smack,
now. Yeah, Honey Smacks. But it was the Dig'em Frog, I guess, was the mascot.
Because remember, it used to be sugar frosted flakes too, and I think they took the sugar out of frosted flakes.
Frosted Flakes.
Those
Yeah.
are some good things too.
Yeah.
Slice a few bananas up, throw that in there.
You could do that with any cereal.
Not that
I'm with
Special
you.
K stuff you eat.
Nah, Special K? That's a little too adult. That's
Right.
too grown up, big
It
fella.
sounds like it, but you should. It's really not. It's really not. It's pretty sweet.
All right.
It's got strawberries in there.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get the little pack, the bowl, like the little one,
small
pack,
one?
the
Oh, the
small
variety pack.
single serve or
Those are
something
the
like
They don't even
that.
sell Special K in those volumes there, Drake.
I know, right? And like old people got enough money to buy the whole
The
box.
box,
They don't have
yeah,
to buy
they
the little.
Yeah, my mom used to bring home the variety pack.
Variety pack was
Yeah,
nice.
you go to the variety pack. My brother took the
yeah.
Cocoa
The
Krispies.
frosted flakes up in there. That was good. That was.
I can hear the pain in your voice.
Yeah. Where's the Cocoa Krispies? I ate it.
Oh man.
Yeah. All right.
That
When
was
we
good. That was fun. That was fun.
when we come right back, we'll take a look at LeBron, who is challenging the challenge rule next with the Drive Guys on a special serial edition show. Sactown Sports.
Can Mike Brown build on last season's Coach of the Year award? Can the Kings exceed 48 wins?
We will be better prepared to make the run that we expect to run come next playoff.
Tune into every Kings game this season on Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Arnold Law Firm.
I'm Mark Finan in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Skies will stay clear through the night tonight. Our overnight lows will drop down to the low 50s. Tomorrow, a cooler day. We'll see sun, a few clouds with highs in the upper 70s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA 3 app.
The Arnold Law Firm has seen how a collision can turn anyone's life upside down in a heartbeat. So remember to be a little more alert on the road and stay safe. The Arnold Law Firm, providing real justice for you since 1975. Call 916-777-7777.
Vapes and cigarettes are responsible for the excessive amount of secondhand smoke in California.
From our sidewalks to our parks, restaurants, offices, and work sites, over half of Californians are at risk of being exposed to thousands of toxic chemicals.
Go to secondhanddangers.org for an action plan to protect yourself and your family from toxic harm that could last a lifetime.
Because even outdoors, there's no such thing as safe secondhand smoke.
Sponsored by Breathe California, Sacramento region.
Kevin Lewis with National Garage Door, reminding you that in Sacramento, National Garage Door is the king of garage doors. We service, sell, and install garage doors and openers. Call us today for your basketball special. A new 16x7 Rainer garage door with insulation and a belt drive opener for only $24.49 installed. Give us a call today, 916-638-4554.
638-4554 National Garage Door.
Welcome to the May Springtime Sales Event at Kia Vacaville, where we're celebrating the arrival of a new season with unbeatable lease options on our 2024 lineup. As May blossoms with possibilities, it's the perfect time to immerse yourself in the exhilarating world of Kia, highlighted by the luxurious and versatile Kia Telluride. Throughout the May Springtime Sales Event, Kia Vacaville is thrilled to showcase our top models with irresistible lease offers. Experience the thrill of driving the all-new Kia Sportage, seamlessly blending captivating design with dynamic performance. Dive into the impressive fuel efficiency of the Kia Niro, a hybrid marvel designed to extend your adventures. Embrace the essence of spring with our eco-friendly Kia hybrid options, specifically tailored for those who prioritize efficiency without compromising on style. With the EV9 in stock, Kia Vacaville stands as your premier destination for electric excitement. Model availability, lease options, and features may vary. Please visit Kia Vacaville for more details.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder, thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Carmichael Dave here. You know Memorial Day's right around the corner. That means outdoor parties, barbecues, and family gatherings. Now my friends at Amy's Outdoor Living on El Camino near Watt and inside the new Amy Hardware store in the El Dorado Town Center, they're bursting with beautiful, comfortable outdoor furniture. Now, through Memorial Day, they're going to pay the sales tax on all in-stock patio furniture. We're talking great brands like Kettler deep seating sets, Jensen Outdoor, indestructible Polywood Adirondack chairs, and umbrellas. Now, you all know Amy's. It's your barbecue headquarters, and this year they have two of the newest, hottest brands, those beefy Rectech grills and affordable Napoleon grills. And, of course, they still carry the great brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg. The sales tax is on them now through Memorial Day on all in-stock patio furniture. Amy's Outdoor Living on El Camino near Watt and inside Amy Ace Hardware in the El Dorado Town Center.
What is Subcontractors United? It's a list of 3 pre-qualified and licensed contractors in over 40 trades to help with your home project needs. From cabinets to heating and air to landscapers and everything in between, Subcontractors United makes finding qualified contractors free and easy with no accounts to set up. Visit subcontractorsunited.com today and experience the joy of stress-free home improvement. Save time and money at subcontractorsunited.com. Coach Doug Christie here letting you know it's the Folsom Lake Ford Memorial Day Sell-a-thon. Get low finance rates on approved credit and Memorial Day bonus cash now through Monday. Shop Folsom Lake Ford, over 35 years in the Folsom Auto Mall.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
So Compio wants to know. He said, "Hey, did the guys take a shot at me?" We did, right?
Yeah, he's in his feelings right now. He's salty right now. I tune in to listen to the best sports radio show in Sacramento, which is true, 100% correct, Compio. And the radio personalities take shots at my healthy cereal choice. Yeah, dude, anytime you eat Cheerios, you either a baby, because they ain't got no flavor, bro. Let's keep it. They don't have flavor. That's one of those you got to put a bunch of sugar in just to get a little flavor in it. So he's a Cheerios.
You guys are right, though. The Honey Nut Cheerios.
Honey Nut is good.
A variety of. Golden Grahams gets a mention.
Ooh, okay. That's been a while.
Very nice.
Reese's Puffs. Reese's Puffs.
Yeah.
And now they just have candy bars and they just put them in.
Right. That's all it is. Just candy, right?
Apple Jacks?
Yeah.
Apple Jacks, guys.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Man, my favorite is Dig 'em
Not
snacks,
the regular checks, because that'd be like Whitey, but the rice checks. What about the cinnamon flavor?
Cinnamon
Life.
checks?
They were called Life. Remember Life?
Oh, yeah, Life.
Yes.
Mikey, he likes
cinnamon
it.
Version.
Yeah. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Love it.
That's what I was trying to think of.
Oh, that's what you're thinking?
Well, to me, that's what Jay was just describing. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Let me tell you, though, a secret about Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Wow, do I want to hear
Now,
this?
This is 100% accurate. This happened to me. And my daughter. This is a real story. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is really good.
Yeah.
Pour the milk in, eat it. Tasty. Love it. Cinnamony, toasty, sugary. It's awesome. But if you ever eat it without milk, you just pour it in a bowl by itself. Dude, my stomach was in pain for like 2 days. My daughter also. So we got a running joke. Never eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch without the cereal. Without the milk. You need the milk.
Yeah, that's like Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch is great, right? But if you eat that without milk, you have to go to the hospital to get a skin graft on the roof of your mouth. You go in there and you point and they go, "Oh, Captain Crunch, no milk
is on there."
Yeah, third one today.
So,
but it's really good.
It's good, right? It's definitely good. But yeah, you're gonna pay for it. That's for sure.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. It's time now for Check It. Here's TC. What's up, TC? TC, are you with us today? Hello, TC.
He ain't pay his phone bill this month. He on that cheapular, where you pay by minute or whatever, and he ran out of minutes. You there, TC?
We'll get him back.
All right, we'll get him back.
Yeah.
We'll get him back.
All right. Sorry about that, TC. Here's the dang deal with LeBron James.
Yeah.
Last night we had controversial ruling on a goaltend, basket interference. It was actually on Cat. Did you see that where he thought he had a
Yeah, I saw that.
And great play. And they ruled that, nope, basket interference. They reviewed it, and the review upheld the call. And it's kind of funny to me because I was watching highlights on ESPN, and somebody said, "Oh, let him play." I mean, if it's a rule,
it's a rule, right?
You have to call it, right? And especially
that's not a let him play kind of call, right?
Right. That's what I was thinking. I mean, if you're going to say it's a bad rule, okay, but you don't just ignore the rule because it's an important part of the game. But LeBron James says, have to change that challenge rule. No way you have two successful challenges and can't anymore for the rest of the game. Makes, this is in caps now from LeBron, absolutely no sense. What do you think?
A couple of things.
Rule in the NBA.
I agree with the sentiment of the challenge rule, because really You're challenging a call. And if you get it right, that means the officials made a mistake. They got it wrong. You should not be punished for an official's mistake. And ultimately, that's what you are. You lose, you challenge it twice, then you run out of it. I do agree with LeBron on that. Regarding that Karl Anthony Towns play, the NBA officiating website, Twitter handle said they used AI technology or whatever it is to determine that the play was, yes, as they were, adjudicating this challenge back in Secaucus or whatever, they used some new technology they have.
I watched it on my computer and I could tell it was basket.
but some people thought it wasn't. Like some people thought it was clean. So to clear it up, it's like the Hawkeye system in tennis. Like, this was not a human call. This was AI, artificial intelligence, making the call. So, and they put that out on social media to clarify.
Huh?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I'm okay with that. Get it right. If it's the right call, it's the right. You can't argue with AI, right? You can't argue with it.
I mean, that opens up other questions, like how are you actually determining
that? Yeah. But I'm with that. I'm okay with that. But to LeBron's point, and here's the thing: how many challenges do you get? You just keep getting challenge after challenge. Officials just need to get the darn call right. Like, teams are getting penalized for officiating mistakes, and I don't like that. That's where I agree with LeBron.
I don't know how many coaches you've talked to about this. I was interviewing Kerr once about how do you challenge, the strategy of challenges. He said, I wish we just didn't have review for anything. I wish we just play. Back when he played, that was the way they did it. So I wish we didn't have that.
Well, but the problem is, too, and I hear what Steve Kerr's saying, and he's right, but nowadays, we got 8,000 reviews on TV. We got so many different camera angles. And I can argue, and this is one of the frustrations I had with working with the late, great Tommy Heinsohn in Boston and Brian Scalabrine. It's like every call had to be adjudicated. Like, did the official get it right or not? And it's like that in the, like, there are Twitter handles, that's all they do. The officials called a foul here. Do you agree or not? You got 50% saying, yeah, clear foul. And so that's where we've become like, and we're all experts sitting at home watching 8,000 replay plays. And so to Steve Kerr's point, I get it, Steve. Even if you took that out of the game, the people at home would still be frustrated. It would still be talked about, maybe even worse.
Mm-hmm. There's something out of whack when you see a coach and he knows, he can see that, wow, call went against us. It's a bad call. But, it's too early to use the challenge or something like that. It's like, well, we might need that later. To me, you should take the gamesmanship out of it.
Right.
And there should be some mechanism by which if an official makes a bad call, there's somebody, and the coaches have enough to worry about, somebody in wherever, Secaucus, wherever, says, hey, that call was wrong. We're going to reverse it.
But how do you do that on the fly like that? Like, do you stop the game? Do you, what do you, this person got to be Johnny on the spot.
Yeah, if you have it, you might, and it would probably not work, but you would tell the officials, hold on, let us look at that. Okay, to play on, but, or not. But to me, the gamesmanship aspect of it, it puts too much of a burden on the coaches. And when you think about it, to me, it's nonsensical. Ooh, that was a bad call, but I might need my challenge later. It doesn't make any sense to me, the gamesmanship element of it. Get the calls right, or let's get rid of review and we'll just play.
How about one challenge each half? Does that work? Or you still got some gamesmanship in that too? Do you challenge early in the third quarter? Nope, I got to save it.
Yeah.
And,
Mm-hmm. I guess one was better than none and two's better than one. And that's just,
I think it's a work in progress.
Three gets to the point where it's too many. So
it's too many.
There we
are. I think
they're
continually tweaking it, because even going into this past season, there were certain calls, in the last 2 minutes that just aren't reviewable now. Like, remember the play against Boston with Pascal Siakam and Jaylen Brown, when the ball went out of bounds. Like, to me, that should have been that should be an automatic trigger to review,
right?
Just to see, because that one was so close, but because Indiana didn't have a challenge left, I don't like that aspect of it. Like, just because you make a call in real time doesn't mean it's the right call. Like something like that should have been a trigger.
I agree.
Somebody in Secaucus, like you were saying, nope, guys, I'm going to look at this and then move on.
Now, do you remember a couple years ago, I want to say it's been within the last 5 years, they did have that where anytime a ball went out of bounds in the last 2 minutes, it was automatically reviewed. Remember that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They just got rid of that, I think, last year or 2 years ago.
It took forever sometimes.
Right. But ultimately, do we care about how long it takes, or do we care if they get it right? Because here's the thing. From a sports broadcasting, sports talk radio situation, if they get it wrong, that gives us content the next day. So from a sports talk radio, I like, adjudicating these calls the next day.
But I find as a fan, especially if it's a game where I don't really care who wins, I just want to see a good game. When they go to review, it's just like,
bro, go to the bathroom. Go to the fridge and refill your drink.
Was his knee down?
Go refill your Special K, right? Go get another bowl of Special K or something.
Can't get Cocoa Krispies because my brother ate it all.
I don't know, man. It's funny because you bring that up, and it happened in the WNBA game yesterday.
You are watching a lot.
Dude,
of WNBA.
I told you I'm following the league, man. I'm following the league. But it was in the Seattle Indiana Fever game, and I think the final 2 minutes took like 20 minutes to play, like in real time. It was like 20 because of the reviews, the challenges, and all this. There does come a point where enough is enough. Just make the call and let's play.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I hear you on that.
Yeah, and I think it depends too on what generation you're from. If you can remember when that was just the way it was.
Yeah.
Play on. Yeah.
But we got too much information now as fans. Like and you tell me, I don't remember a time where the narrative the next day was the officials got this call right, or we got robbed, we got screwed. Was it like that in the 80s and 70s? Like when I don't remember that.
I can remember the Steelers playing the Oilers. Was it 79? And there was Mike Renfro in the back of the end zone in the AFC Championship game. Did he catch it or not? Looked like it was a touchdown, but they ruled it was not a touchdown. And I think that is the single biggest reason they went to replay. Was because it was such a monumental decision in the AFC title game, and it looked like they got it wrong. So, it was talked about, and I guess it's a matter of, we have the technology now, so we might as well use it. But I still think they don't know how to use it in any sport.
Yeah,
they're still figuring that out.
You might be right.
They're still, like you said, it's a work in progress. I'd just soon get rid of all of it.
Get rid of all of it.
When we come back, guess what? The Lakers think they found the next Pat Riley.
Ooh.
Who could that be? Next, Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Mark Finan. In the KCRA 3 Weather Center, skies will stay clear through the night tonight. Our overnight lows will drop down to the low 50s. Tomorrow, a cooler day. We'll see sun, a few clouds with highs in the upper 70s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA 3 app.
This Memorial Day, the Roseville Auto Mall invites you to experience the thrill of saving like never before. 17 dealerships and thousands of vehicles all in one location. The giant Memorial Day sale at the Roseville Auto Mall, at the intersection of savings and satisfaction.
My father was a career United States Air Force pilot, and Memorial Day is a reminder of all he and so many others did for our country. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Right now at the annual Memorial Day sale, everything in the store is on sale. Everything. You'll save 10 to 25% on all living rooms, to sofas, to sectionals, to dining rooms, to bedrooms, to home offices, and so much more. Everything is on sale right now at Naturewood Home Furnishings Memorial Day sale. Whether you're looking to lighten the mood in your living room, brighten up your bedroom, or tighten up your home office, it's all available for you at savings from 10 to 25% at Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality. Shop the area's best selection of quality furniture at Naturewood Home Furnishing, off Highway 50 in Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Power Business Technology is proud to be 100% independent, locally owned, and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a 2022 Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at PowerCopy craftbeers.com.
Whitey here reminding you that not all gas grills are created equal. This Memorial Day, bring out all the delicious flavors in your grilled meats with the amazing Napoleon Prestige and Prestige Pro line of outdoor cookers with features other grills can't match. They're built different, built better, built to last, made with premium stainless steel that boasts quality and a lifetime warranty. Plus, up to $100 off select Napoleon models for May. Napoleon grills and accessories are now available at your nearby Amy's, Ace Hardware in Sacramento, and now El Dorado.
At Elk Grove Honda, we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we'd buy from ourselves. And right now, you'll find interest rates as low as 1.99% APR on approved credit. Our Honda-trained technicians only certify our Hondas if they pass a thorough 182-point inspection. See our exceptional selection of Elk Grove Honda certified pre-owned Hondas with interest rates as low as 1.99% APR on approved credit. In the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions. Attention anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, and other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-934-9217. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you with the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes, and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-934-9217 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, and other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217. 800-934-9217.
Sacramento, Dirk Bentley is coming to town.
Hey, y'all, this is Dirk Bentley.
Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends.
This is Bonley.
Take my hand, let me make you mine.
Paige Dasha, Kelsey Hart, and more. Saturday, September 28th at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets before they sell out at CITPfest.com. Brought to you by Coors Light.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Yeah, so much more. The Lakers think they've found the next Pat Riley. Before we get to that, Johnny Ponderosa on the chat. I just crushed honey cinnamon graham crackers with milk. Honey cinnamon graham crackers with milk.
Okay.
It's the best cereal, but I heard graham crackers lowers your libido.
Libido. Is he talking to libido? Is that what he means? Libido?
Yeah. Libido. Capitalized too.
Lab-edo.
Yeah. So I think he means libido.
He heard graham crackers lowers your libido. I've never heard that.
Heard of that.
I'm going to Google that right now.
Two more that popped in my head as I was sitting here. Frosted mini wheats. You guys,
I've never had that. I've never had that.
Isn't that kind of a rough eat?
What is that? No
it's
way,
frosted,
man.
but it's still the wheat.
Yeah, but you got to let it sit in that, in the dairy, in the milk.
Okay.
And they got a strawberry version of that as well.
All right.
This is a grown folk cereal, but not Special K, like barley type cereal. honey bunches of oats. How about honey bunches of oats?
I've never had that one.
What? Yeah. You eat Special K, but not honey bunches of oats?
Have you ever had honey bunches of oats? You have, right?
Yes.
But have you had Special K?
Yes.
Oh, you have it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Special K is when you go on a diet.
Why aren't you still having Special K? It's great.
Nah.
The strawberries and everything.
I like the dry fruit version, but
the Special K is the one where you go to the doctor and they say you need to regulate yourself.
Bring your hypertension.
Bring your they tell you Special K.
But you know what? I don't think it's that way anymore. And it used to be more like that. And I think no one was buying it. So they changed it now. It's really sweet.
Is
I
it
don't
really?
even know if it's really good for you.
I told you I'm gonna get the little the travel size.
Right,
and give it a shot.
Like Kashi. What was that one called? Kashi Go or something?
Oh yeah, Kashi.
Oh, my daughter
my gosh.
Kashi, and it's just like I'll just go out in the sidewalk and pull some
Yeah,
twigs
that's
off
it. I think they sell kashi next to the sponges. Like it's so dry. It's like one of those dry sponges.
Next to the oatmeal soap.
Oatmeal soap, right?
I got to spill. What do I do? Here's some kashi. Soak it right up. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Ramsey's been standing by. Let's find out why. Hey, Ramsey, you're on with the Drive Guys. How are you?
Good. Just want to get in on the cereal talk.
Okay.
Like as I was telling Jay, I'm simple. First and foremost, I don't do dairy products, so I don't drink milk. But my go-to cereals are plain Cheerios, regular Chex Mix, Corn Flakes. I've been on a regular shredded wheat kick.
How about cardboard?
Right? No, Rice
Styrofoam?
Rice Krispies.
Uh-huh.
I don't like sugary. I've never been raised on sugary cereal, so it's not for me. And I eat every cereal straight out the box because I don't drink milk.
Ramsey, you gotta get out more, big fella. Your life, man.
Huh.
You know what Ramsey is? You ever watch the old TV shows where they in black and white, and then a few years later, color is introduced? Dude, you need to come to the color. Like cereal has progressed and advanced over the years, big fella.
Flavors,
right?
I'm simple. I don't like all the sugar.
Right.
Sugar's not good. Sugar doesn't do it for me.
I feel you.
What about the fake milk, like the almond milk,
soy milk and all that?
Soy milk. Yeah, none of that.
None of that.
No, I don't do dairy products, so I've never really drank milk in my life, so no.
Oh man, okay, Ramsey. To each his own, right?
Thank you, Ramsey.
To each his own.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to hate on him.
You know, that reminds me. You remember the great Nate Thurmond? He used to be on the Warriors. Yeah, he's an all-time.
Oh yeah, Nate Thurmond.
Yeah, he was overshadowed by Wilt, Cream, and those guys, but he was great. I remember him one time talking about milk, and he said, why would I drink milk? I'm not a child. He said milk is for children or, babies.
I can only have milk with something else. Are you a glass of milk kind of guy still?
No.
How about you, Jay?
No way.
Okay, my son, he's 14 now. Milk is his thing. He'll have just a glass of milk. Never been that dude. I just can't do it.
Nah.
I just can't do it.
You know, the worst is when it always pops in my mind. I remember folks around here will know this if you grew up in Sacramento. We used to, my 6th grade graduation or whatever, your trip, we went to Sly Park, which was up going towards Lake Tahoe, up to 50, about halfway.
That's
whatever.
still a thing, I think.
Yeah.
Is it?
There you go. And, you're in one of these cabins and it's a camp and your whole 6th grade, class is there. And, a typical movie, you walk it through, you got your tray and you're putting your food on there. And then you get to the drink fountains and they got milk up here. You want me to eat a hamburger with low-fat vitamin D milk or 2% or 1%? How does that work? How am I supposed to eat burger and fries with warm milk? That doesn't match.
I don't know. There's a Geico commercial recently where this woman she's talking about how great the insurance is, and she's having French fries and she's drinking coffee. And I was like, no person ever in the history of the world has had French fries and coffee, right?
French fries and coffee.
No one has.
I can't see that. I can't.
A cup of coffee and some fries.
A side of fries, right?
Like, you can't drink milk
and have coffee.
But we're talking no fat, right? No fat. What? Fat-free milk.
I'm a 2% guy.
It doesn't matter to me.
Drink milk.
I don't notice the difference in milk.
Really?
I only have milk with cereal. That's it. And I it's whatever the kids have.
I recently went to get, fat-free, and I somehow either they had them arranged wrong or I wasn't looking, came back with just regular milk. And so I was like, well, I'll just drink it. It was like ice cream, just the milk.
Really?
Because I'm used to the no-fat milk.
Because it was thick?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
it was good, but it's like, ooh, this
we get 2%
really
for the
good.
kids, 2%. I haven't, I don't know. I haven't had whole milk in forever. Like, I don't know what it tastes like.
It's rich.
You could tell all 3 of us don't cook.
What are you talking about, Jay?
Stop.
Come on, man.
Perpetrating on this show like that.
Come on, man. I got the apron at the crib right now, bro.
Oh, man. That's when you hit the backyard. Stop playing.
You're right.
I cook like once, maybe a week, twice a week, and that's super quick,
Oh, I thought you cooked
fast.
more than that.
Nah, a couple times a week to help out the family.
What do you cook, though? What do you cook?
I cook simple stuff. Pasta, chicken, a lot of turkey. We don't really eat. Well, I don't eat beef. My family, my wife, a little bit, but stuff like that. Real simple stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm more, straight to the backyard. I'm a grill.
Yeah, throwing fire at the grill.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's how I am.
But you need milk to cook a lot of stuff.
Do you?
Yes. Milk goes into a ton of things.
I mean, I understand cookies and desserts and stuff like that.
Milk goes into a lot of different things that significant others are cooking up and whipping up. Absolutely.
Didn't know that. All right, Jay. Schooling us on the milk. All right.
Do you guys think the Lakers have found their next Pat Riley?
Oh, yeah. You started that. Yeah, what we got?
The Lakers are, according to, let's see, I don't know actually who wrote this. I think it's ESPN. Lakers are, quote, infatuated with JJ Redick's potential, according to league sources, viewing him as a Pat Riley-like coaching prospect who could both help the franchise in the short term and lead it for years, end quote. So the Lakers are getting a little googly-eyed over JJ Redick, and they see him as, it's the second coming of Riles.
This will either be the best hire ever or the worst hire ever. Like, sometimes you know how it is, Whitey. Some people get too creative and too smart for themselves. It's like you're trying to find the next Red Auerbach or Pat Riley instead of, now that JB Bickerstaff's available, if I'm the Lakers, he's on my list. I'm calling him right now.
They've interviewed James Borrego and Sam Cassell, but apparently they're like, ooh, JJ Redick. That's probably LeBron guys too, right?
Yeah,
LeBron's
you would think.
too.
You got to imagine LeBron. And Windhorst says LeBron's not involved, but anything to keep Bron happy, I would imagine.
Yeah. Well, they're just guessing right now, right? Because he's not sure he's going to go back there. He's playing coy. He's got to wait out the whole Bronny thing. I mean, I guess JJ Redick could be a good coach, but you can't. I mean, it takes time you got to learn how to do that.
Right. But let me ask you this, though. When you have a basketball mind like LeBron,
which I do.
But ultimately, is he doing the coaching anyway? And if he's not, and he's not taking direction from Darvin Ham, like there have been instances people have, posted it. Ham will draw up a play. Bron's like, no, we do this. So ultimately, you need somebody that shares the same vision and basketball IQ and the view of the game like LeBron James.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the JJ Redick thing may not be the worst hire.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he sees eye to eye with LeBron, then that translates onto the floor and you can have some success.
Yeah, but it's just the cart before the horse thing,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Franchises are like, well, what are we going to do about this? We got to keep so-and-so happy. Already you can be across purposes rather than this is the best guy. Yeah, but we got to hire this guy to keep our star happy.
Well, and I think LeBron's best years came when Pat Riley told him, be quiet. Eric Spoelstra is our guy.
Yeah.
And then, Miami rattled off a couple of championships in a row. I don't think the Lakers have that kind of, bravado, that kind of,
I just think, I don't know Pat Riley. I actually talked to him once and he got really mad at the question I asked him. But I don't see how you can say, JJ Redick, he's the next Pat Riley. Look at what Pat Riley's done.
Nah, but dude, they watched the HBO show or the Winning Time or something like that. Showtime. And they're like, that's how Pat Riley was.
Have you ever heard of a movie called Tequila Sunrise with
I think I have.
Michelle Pfeiffer and I think Mel Gibson and Kurt Russell?
Yeah, you're going way back now.
Yeah, I think it was like 88.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell had his hair like Pat Riley. And apparently when the guy that wrote the movie wrote it for Pat Riley. It's like they wanted
Riley to star in it?
And he didn't want to do it. So Kurt Russell just, I'll be Pat Riley.
Be out.
But it was written for Pat Riley. That's how big he was about, late
back
80s
then,
LA.
he was the man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The Wolves and Mavs finished 8th and 11th last year.
Ooh.
And look where they are. So does that mean there's hope for your Kings? Next with the Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, Go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts report at a frosty 29 degrees. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
The countdown to Miss Twin Peaks 2024 is on. Head over to MissTwinPeaks2024.com to learn about the contest and cast your 5 votes for your favorite Twin Peaks girl.
In a world where everybody and their mother makes a primed trim board, contractors have to ask one question. Do I know what's under the primer? Available at just about every lumber yard you can imagine. Vintage trim boards are made from lodgepole pine. That's the stuff telephone poles and railroad ties are made of. It's durable, it's straight, it's been doing the job for generations. Manufactured right here in the USA. Ask for it by name. VintageTrimboards.com.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America NA.
Is credit card debt weighing you down? Are you losing sleep at night, worrying about how much you owe? Have you ever used one credit card to pay off another credit card, just prolonging the problem? You're not alone. Half of all Americans are dealing with troubling credit card debt. But there is an answer. Zero Debt USA has proven strategies to eliminate that troubling credit card interest and get you out of debt fast. They can often get your monthly payment down to less than half of what you're currently paying. Work with a company that can help. Visit ZeroDebtUSA.com. Again, ZeroDebtUSA.com.
The Memorial Day Race to Savings sale is on now at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hurry in and save on our best selection of new Hondas. Each is priced to sell now. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on a giant selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline Civics, and Accords with low financing and lease options. Get to Folsom Lake Honda or go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Sacramento sports fans, get ready to amp up your summer with the Sactown Sports live events calendar. We've got a lineup that's awesome. First up, mark your calendar for June 8th when NF takes the stage at the Golden One Center. Visit livenation.com for tickets and get ready for a killer high-energy show. Don't miss music legends Daryl Hall and Elvis Costello with the Imposters on June 12th, and In Sync and Backstreet artists Joey Fatone and AJ McLean on June 22nd. 2 great shows coming in June to Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Then looking ahead to August 4th, get ready for the Outlaw Music Festival at the Toyota Amphitheater, featuring legends like Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and John Mellencamp, presented by Live Nation. The Sactown Sports live events calendar, your ultimate playbook for the best shows and events in town. Stay tuned to Sactown Sports for exclusive updates and your chance to win tickets.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your flagship station for the Beam team.
Should we light the beam? Light the beam, baby.
Sactown Sports. $6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sactown Sports.
City of trees, the farm to fork capital.
Oh, there you go.
Right, guys, with you. I got to tell you here, as we're getting ready for the ball game tonight, I know this is a ESPN game, and it makes me miss Jeff Van Gundy. I miss Jeff Van Gundy.
Ah, you miss Jeff
on the broadcast. I do.
Mark Jackson too, just combination or
combo? Yeah, the combo. Yeah, I thought they did
I thought they were good.
I think Doris Burke's really good, but I thought Breen and Mark Jackson and Van Gundy were just better as a group.
And you know what? And I love Doris, JJ. You know, we're watching them tonight. But I thought Mark Jackson and Jeff, they had the comedic element too, like the way they played off each. Like it looked like they got along off the court also, away from the job. And I do miss that. I hear you on that.
That whole chemistry thing. And I always said that Jeff was the superior of the Van Gundys, and a lot of people disagreed with me. And now it turns out, I believe, and I have to double check on this, I don't think Stan voted for Malik Monk. Isn't that
he did not vote?
Yes,
he's one of the guys. Yep.
Yeah,
he did not
see?
vote for Malik Monk. You're like, see, I told you. Yeah. Stan Van, who's the older of the brothers, I believe, did not vote for Malik Monk.
From Martinez, California.
Oh, really?
Very,
I
they're
didn't know
from,
that.
Yeah.
So he was, and here's the thing. You know, when the ballots came out, I'm like, all right, let me rush to see which yahoos didn't vote for our guys. I'm thinking of some obscure guys, our boy out in Madrid or somebody like that, Ignacio. But he's our guy now.
I thought we weren't taking shots at the great Ignacio Garcia.
He's our guy now. I thought it would be like somebody, but a well-respected voice of basketball. The guy that should know didn't vote for Malik Monk. Shocking.
I will say, though, and I still agree that Malik should have gotten it, but watching Nas, I feel like,
Nah, it's a regular season award, Whitey.
I know, but I just feel like he's really good.
No, he is good. Remember, we wanted him here last year.
Yeah.
But Minnesota snatched him up.
Oh, yeah.
Quickly.
They never gave anybody the chance.
And he took a hometown discount, too. He could have got much more, I think, on the open market, but he wanted to stay in Minnesota. But, no, you're right. Nas is there's no shade against Nas.
So last year, as you say, Minnesota jumped on it, and they made sure they kept Nas Reed around. The Wolves and Mavericks finished 8th and 11th last year. 8th and 11th, and here they are, a year later, and they're battling for a chance to go to the NBA Finals. If you're a Kings fan, can you take any hope from that, or is it just another reminder of how much work Monty McNair and Wes Wilcox have to do? Is it discouraging, or is it like, you know what? That gives me as a Kings fan a glimmer of hope that it can be done.
To me, it's a reminder of how much work has to be done. To me, it shows me, and those two achieved this in different ways. Dallas went out and made some big changes, added some things, and they went for it. Minnesota, they got healthy, another year of chemistry together between Rudy and Cat, and it's taken off for them. But when I look at it, to me, it's a reminder that those teams right now are better than us. We cannot just run it back. We are not good enough right now to have what happened with Minnesota happen with us. Another year of seasoning, some more chemistry. Because you look at it. You just mentioned it. I could argue Nas Reed is better than any of our bigs other than DeMontis Sabonis. And he's their bench guy.
He is. I mean,
right.
Yeah. You mentioned
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
you're right.
They are deep. Like, look at, you got Gobert, Cat, and Nas Reed. We got Domas, and we're still searching, hoping Trey Lyles becomes something. Harrison Barnes playing out of position. Like, so we got a lot of holes, I think, in the roster that has to be addressed. And I believe we are in a similar situation, almost like Dallas was a year ago, meaning they got high-level pieces at the top, but you need to add some things around the margins. And I said this before, Whitey, and I'll say it again for people listening right now on their way home. The Dallas Mavericks, they have transformed into Luka's team and took on his personality to a gritty, hard-nosed, tough-playing, hard-playing team. And it wasn't because of Luka. It's not those Kyrie best two players. Really, the team has taken on the Daniel Gaffords, the Derek Jones Jr.'s, the P.J. Washington. Those are the guys that make the team go. So when you look at Sacramento, we know who Fox is. We know who Sabonis is. Who are our others that's going to make this thing go for us? And I think that's what we're searching for right now.
You go back to the original Beam year when we were all, with good reason, having a great time. And how'd Dallas end up that year?
10th place. Right?
Yeah. Remember they tanked at the end of the year? Because they looked at it and
maybe even
they figured,
11. They were out of the play-in.
They calculated, well, we could try to win the last few games and maybe sneak into the play-in, or we could Yeah, they were 11th.
Yeah, they were 11th. They missed the play-in, yeah.
Or we could just kind of tank and then use that draft pick and then really get busy in the offseason. And that's what they did. So they didn't even make the playoffs in the Beam year. And here they are in the conference finals because they got busy. And remember how much they did? The Kings were involved in some of that. The deal with Rashawn Holmes and Olivier Maxence Prosper. And then they, as we said earlier, they made all those moves because they were all in with the Kyrie and Luka combo. And then at the deadline, they went all in again.
Right.
Doubling down on that philosophy.
You know, and you bring up, Dallas and Minnesota, and I just realized this as you were talking, Whitey, about how Dallas sort of tanked towards the end, got the draft pick. You know what they did in the draft? They selected Case and Wallace. OKC selected Derek Lively, and then they flipped him.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Derek Lively has proven to be, and Case and Wallace too for OKC.
Yep.
They've been contributors on high-level teams.
Mm-hmm.
So with this 13th pick, to your point, we're talking about, some of the guys that McCain, and if you're Monty McNair and you keep that pick, we need somebody like that.
Mm-hmm.
A Lively, a Case and Wallace, somebody that can come in and actually impact and contribute.
Mm-hmm. Not somebody that is going to sit like Colby Jones.
Right. And Colby was a second round pick, so we got to understand. So, they got to get this right. If they do make this selection, it has to be somebody, to your point, that can help us out immediately.
And that's only part of it.
Yeah, that's only step one, because that comes before free agency, that comes before Malik, that comes before any trades you make or anything like that. If they get, and I'm just saying this, as comparison to this past season, I don't know who the guy is this year, but if they get a Derek Lively type in this draft, there you are. You handle your backup center. You're good right there.
Yeah.
Now you bring back Malik. Now you got your 6-man. Then you go out there and trade for a Zach LaVine or a Bobby Porter, whoever. Now you made some moves. Now you got 3 players that you did not have before, or 2.5 if you include Malik, that now are a part of your organization and help you move forward.
Can I confess to you something here?
Yeah.
Father Draper.
About time.
I it's going to be tough. I get discouraged sometimes looking at this offseason from the Kings standpoint. They've got a lot to accomplish, and they're going to have to thread the needle on a couple of things, and it's so tough. They're trying to compete in the West, where already we don't know who's going to win this year, but we know already you're looking up at OKC and Denver and Minnesota and Dallas, and at least 2 of those teams are set up to be good for a long time. How am I going to do that? Father Draper, how can I accomplish that much in such a short time? How, Father? Bless me, Father, for I'm weak.
Hey, man, like
my
you
said. My faith
said.
is weak.
No, it shouldn't be. What did OKC do a season before this one?
What are they, 10?
Exactly. They weren't even, they didn't make it out of the play. Where was Minnesota at? You had it earlier.
Yeah, Minnesota was 8th.
Exactly.
Yeah. Ended up getting knocked out.
That's what I'm, where was New Orleans? Like, as Jason Jones said back in January when we had him on, I think, or February, each season is its own individual thing. The Kings regressed in the terms of Kevin Huerter's shooting wasn't the same, Keegan Murray's shooting, but who's to say those guys don't come back and regain their form and things click? You add some pieces, and so I'm here to give you hope, young fella.
I need it.
And say that all is not lost. Minnesota, Dallas even, they were left for dead last season. Nobody saw this coming. And if they can do it, we can do it. And we got the pieces, man. We got the pieces. Even Kevin Huerter. If Kevin Huerter comes back, I'm okay with Kevin Huerter starting the season at the 2 guard, because I feel like Kevin Huerter's this past season was an abnormality. That wasn't the real Kevin Huerter. Then he got hurt. If he bounces back, he's a big part of what we do.
Sometimes I go home at night by myself in the living room, turn out the lights, get my beats and plug them into my Walkman. And I have on cassette. Yeah.
He got his
Walkman.
Walkman.
On cassette, I have Drape's State of the Kings address.
Oh, yeah. We have to replay that, big fella.
I'm feeling, I don't know. And then I hear that, and I'm ready. I'm ready.
When you're down in the dump, no hope, feeling the blues, need a pick-me-up,
yes,
I got you covered. Big
yes.
fella.
Kings need a pick-me-up. They got one from an unlikely source. We're back with that in moments here. Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Did you miss any part of our live local shows? Don't worry, you never have to miss them again. Check out SactownSports.com and search our podcast page and play our shows when you want. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Stiles and Watkins, and the Drive Guys. Plus, other podcasts like Return of the Empire, Return of the Roar, the Stingers Up podcast, and Golf to Go with Frank LaRosa.
They're all available right now on SactownSports.com.
Hey everyone, it's your boy Drapes, Kyle Draper here for Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. Now, if you've ever dreamed of owning your first Mercedes-Benz, it's time to act on it right now. Here's my advice if you want a Mercedes. Get it from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. It's just a half hour from Sac right off of I-5. And the folks at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton, they are dream makers. Trust me on that. Come test drive a new 2024 Mercedes GLE SUV, and if you love it, Mercedes-Benz of Stockton will pay your first payment up to $1,500. You'll also find deals like this on the stunning new Mercedes-Benz E-Class sedans, and they've got lots of super clean pre-owned vehicles in stock with rates starting at 1.99% APR. I'm a huge fan of Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. I promise it'll be the best car shopping experience you've ever had. It's just a half hour from Sac, a short drive off the I-5, or online anytime at mbofstockton.com. That's mbofstockton.com.
Hey, California, Cellathon means big savings. Cellathon means great selection. Cellathon means 5 days to save. So visit your California Ford dealer now through Memorial Day and get great offers across the lineup of Ford trucks and SUVs. Like the built Ford Tough F-150, part of Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 47 years and counting. Or the adventure-ready Ford Bronco Sport with GOAT modes to help you conquer the great outdoors. And the always electrifying Ford Mustang Mach-E with 0 to 60 thrills and 0 emissions. It's the Ford Memorial Day Cellathon. That means choices, whether it's gas, hybrid, or all-electric. Now's the best time to get behind the wheel of your brand new Ford truck or SUV and drive it home today. But hurry, these offers absolutely end May 28th. So go to your California Ford dealer today. Based on 1977 to 2023 calendar year total sales. Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Yeah, the unlikely source who gave the Kings a little help, Ignacio Garcia from Marca, who has an NBA vote on the awards, and he's the guy, this guy who is a Spanish media member, he's the guy that's been voting for Domas for, Defensive Player of the Year and all these things. So I don't know if it makes any difference, but is it possible that that's one of the reasons Domas ended up making third team all league? It didn't matter.
No, it didn't matter. He was third team and healthy, healthy
that's
margin.
right. He had actually by a pretty substantial margin over like Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, over JB, over Booker. Yeah.
And
maybe even over Steph. It was one more. He was like the 13th guy out of the 15th or something like that.
By the way, we're doing the show and you can't see Jay because he's behind you, but I noticed at one point, we're talking about the Kings and he was really laughing. And Jay laughs, but he doesn't usually like double over laughing. So I asked him what's so funny. He was looking at the text line. I thought that must be really funny. And I don't think the thing that he was laughing at is really that funny.
Really? What was he laughing at? Why did he tell me what was he laughing?
From the 916 goes back to when we're talking about cereal and somebody from the 916, they didn't put their name on it. He said, why? Why do you, well, you tell him, Jay.
Whitey had his cereal with Geritol, right? And it's just because Special K is one of those cereals where you grew up, you're like, Special K, Mom, I'm not eating that.
I know, I'm not 8 years old anymore.
How long you been eating Special K? Give me some years.
But you said,
it used to be Product 19.
Yeah, I remember that.
Graduated to Special K. It's been a number of years.
You got decades in.
You got decades in.
No, not decades, but it's a lot. I mean, it's been a long time.
10 years. We got
own it, Whitey. Own it, big fella.
Maybe a decade.
Special K.
Yeah. Well, what? I don't even know what. I know Geritol. Something. I don't know what it is.
Well, let me look that up. I ain't seen a Geritol commercial in a minute.
Yeah,
Geritol. Let me look that up
It's just
real quick.
super interesting because Special K is one of those cereals where you hear it and you just automatically
that's
Special
your
K.
That's your grandfather's Special K, Jay. Not the new Special K.
Yeah, I want to believe you, but I can't.
How about this from the 279? There's something wrong with you if Fruit Loops don't make your top 10 list.
Fruit Loops is on point. Fruit Loops is
agree.
good. I like
cool.
it.
It was cool. What,
Yeah.
is it a top 10 though?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Fruit Loops is a forgotten one. Yeah, it should be.
Where do you have it? Like 27 or something?
No. It's on the Ringer 25, but I'm not sure if it's top 10. I have to do my Larry Bird list.
When's the last time you had cereal for dinner?
Oh, it's
like
been a long
3
time.
weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
And what was it?
Raisin Bran.
Okay.
I'm a Raisin Bran guy. It's one of those, I'm driving home and I'm like, I don't want this. I don't want that. Screw it. I'll just have cereal when I get home. And that's how
we came back from the Bay Area or something, and Sheena says, we had big lunch. Let's just have cereal for dinner. Like, yes.
What'd you have?
She had it too. So it better not be Special K.
It was either Special K or Honey Nut Cheerios.
Okay.
I
can deal with the Honey Nut Cheerios.
If you're gonna have at the crib, if you're gonna have a cereal for dinner, at least treat yourself to something tasty.
Well, I wasn't going to go out and get something. That would kind of defeat the purpose.
This the other one I have, and someone said from the 801, non-fat milk with cereal is a crime against nature. But right under that, from the 916, I drink a glass of half and half. Half and half.
Dude, that's the stuff you put in coffee or something like that.
Is
that creamer or something?
I think it's half
creamer.
cream and half milk.
Yeah, half and half.
I'm not sure. I've seen it. It's just, I thought it was something.
You got to be a
coffee.
A certain type of individual to drink half and half straight.
Yeah.
Remember this one, 916 Buckwheats? Buckwheats maple flavored Wheaties. I
don't
that's
remember
an old
that.
cereal.
I remember that.
But I do
Yeah.
remember
You're talking
that.
to Whitey and his Geritol.
Yeah. I'm not quite ready for Geritol, but I don't even know if they still have it. Corn Pops Honeycomb. Hugely
Honeycombs,
underrated,
yeah.
says Justin.
Corn Pops as a kid, yeah. Corn Pops,
Yeah, they're very
good, yeah.
What's the most overrated cereal? How about that?
Special K.
Nobody has Special K high on the list, though.
I mean, seriously, is it even rated?
Is it even rated?
Right,
I know, right? All right.
Definitely not.
The most overrated
I mean, it might
cereal.
be Wheaties. Because
Ooh, that's a good one.
yeah,
Because they have a
Wheaties.
brand name.
Cheerios by itself,
Yeah, I like Wheaties and Cheerios. Those are
Yeah.
good too.
overrated.
Last time you had
cereal.
a bowl of Wheaties?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
40 years ago, 50 years. Like, seriously.
Those are the ones, literally, your parents tell you, you know what? You had too much of the Fruit Loops. too many boxes of Lucky Charms. Grab you a box of the Special K. Get you a box of the Wheaties.
Right. No sugar, no taste, no flavor, all bland.
See, now my Special K is kind of letting you guys off the hook with your Raisin Bran.
Oh,
Raisin Bran's good, bro. Because the raisins got a little sugar too on it.
Yes.
You know, it got a little sugar there. So
dipped in sugar.
Yeah. Yep. And then I like I said, I add another scoop.
Yeah.
You know,
But
two
I mean,
scoops
that
ain't
is
enough.
a cereal that adults eat.
Right.
Yeah.
That's an adult kid cereal. That's one of those where, you know what, you're not a kid anymore, but you're not embarrassing as an adult. Like Raisin Bran, okay, that's a nice grown-up, strong, cereal right there.
Mark Rodriguez, give me some plain cornflakes.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
That's terrible.
That's big fan. He's
That's
a big
terrible.
fan.
That's terrible. And then I'm looking at the text line. Grape nuts. Remember that? Anybody ever had grape nuts?
Terrible.
My mom, for some reason, my mom had grape nuts flakes. And they had some taste, but they were, yeah. And then
That was a thing?
I remember, and I remember seeing grape nuts. Mom, let's get some grape nuts. And she's like, no, you don't want those. I've never had
Your
them.
mom
Like,
said
they're
you
just
didn't want
like,
it. Yeah.
like really hard.
Right. Yeah.
This separates the men from the boys right here.
All right.
Grams of sugar in a serving. I'm just saying a serving in Special K. According to the box, 5 grams of sugar per 150 gram serving. So
Okay.
basically a half of a bowl, so to say, is what they're saying. 5 grams.
Okay.
And Raisin Bran That'd be 18 grams.
There you go.
See what I'm saying? That's different. That's triple.
Dude, that's apples to oranges. You ain't in the same category.
That's better? Okay.
Yes. Maybe
All
not
right.
health-wise, but taste-wise for sure. 100%.
Stephen Torres is the feeling of getting a scoop of Raisin Bran with 2 or maybe 3 raisins in it is a feeling like no other.
That's what I'm saying. You get the scoop.
It's a good cereal.
Yeah,
my brother
really
liked
is.
Raisin Bran. My brother Brian.
When's the last time you had Raisin Bran? I'm saying give it a try again. Just like I'm telling Jay to try the WNBA, I'm telling you to try
Probably 15
Raisin Bran.
years ago.
Give it a shot. They've improved the recipe, if you will. It's pretty good now. It's really good.
I don't have anything against it, really. I have to fight back because you guys are.
Now I know you just got
Special K.
You
It's
try
solid.
Raisin Bran, I'll try Special K. Deal?
Don't
That's
do
a
that to
compliment. I
yourself.
know,
Yeah, don't do
right?
that to yourself. You're like he's Danny Ainge right now. He gets the lot of the trade if you have to take Special K.
Best cereal that has not been mentioned and is definitely in the Ringer Top 25. Always after me, Lucky Charms.
Oh,
am I right?
Lucky Charms are very good.
I don't know about that.
What?
I
You don't
feel
like the
Pink
marshmallows?
hearts, yellow moons, and green clovers.
I feel like those marshmallows are a little too hard, and like the kids like that, but
that's why you.
That's a
put it in
little
the
too
milk.
much. That's a
Once
little
you
too
get milk.
Jay, look up the sugar intake of those things,
Oh,
man. The
yeah.
sugar,
46
like,
grams.
that's about
Yeah.
46, 48 grams. That might be a little too much.
437.
That's diabetes in a box. What are you talking about, dude? Come on, man. I don't know if I can
Always
do that.
after me, Lucky Charms.
No, kids love that, but we had to take them off of it. It was they were having it for
You
breakfast,
make
lunch,
it
and dinner.
sound like they were addicted.
No, seriously, it was like a drug. It was like, and now I think what's he on? He might be on Fruit Loops now or something like.
That's another good one.
That's a good one. Yeah, but nah, it's too much, man. Too much sugar in that one.
I mean,
You
in
go
all
from
things.
Special K to Lucky
Moderation.
Charms.
All things. I'll be bouncing off the
When
ceiling.
you're feeling wild, you go to the Lucky Charms.
Up next, in addition to more cereal talk,
Yes.
we got to get Jay's Ringer Top 25. Also, the Brock Purdy disrespect somehow, some way continues.
Yeah.
Coming up, Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Purdy. Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Mark Finan. In the KCRA3 Weather Center, skies will stay clear through the night tonight. Our overnight lows will drop down to the low 50s. Tomorrow, a cooler day. We'll see sun, a few clouds with highs in the upper 70s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA3 app.
It's Folsom Lake Kia's Memorial Day sales event. Save on new Kias with low payments and low finance rates and zero down deals on approval of credit. Shop Folsom Lake Kia in the Folsom Auto Mall and tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
You're ready for a perfect summer on the lawn. But wait, there are weeds, brown spots, and mosquitoes everywhere. It's time to call True Green. Get the best deal of the year and save over $200 when you bundle annual lawn care and mosquito plans. So all you have to do is water and mow. Hurry, offer ends May 28th. Visit TrueGreen.com for the best lawn at the best price. Guaranteed. Restrictions apply.
Febreze.
Fabric Talk. Hey, it's me, your couch. Today's my favorite day of the week. Febreze Fabric Spray Day. The occasional deep cleans are nice, but in between, you know I'm needing a refresh. Ooh, here she comes with the Febreze Fabric Spray. Oh yeah, spritz them armrests. Don't be shy. Nothing like a good spray down to get me smelling so fresh and clean. Don't forget my back. Nice. Febreze Fabric Spray. It's just that easy. Now we can both breathe happy. Febreze. La 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 la.
I'm Craig Ashton of the injury law firm of Ashton & Price. Whether you've been injured on a bicycle, as a pedestrian in a slip and fall, auto, Uber, Lyft, or big rig accident, you need Ashton and Price in your corner. When you call Ashton and Price, there's no chatbot telling you to hit 3 for accounting. You're greeted by a real live person who will immediately transfer you to an experienced attorney. The consultation's free, and there's never a fee until you win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Carmichael Dave here. You know Memorial Day's right around the corner. That means outdoor parties, barbecues, and family gatherings. Now my friends at Amy's Outdoor Living on El Camino near Watt and inside the new Amy hardware store in the El Dorado Town Center, they're bursting with beautiful, comfortable outdoor furniture. Now, through Memorial Day, they're going to pay the sales tax on all in-stock patio furniture. We're talking great brands like Kettler, deep seating sets, Jensen Outdoor, indestructible Polywood Adirondack chairs, and umbrellas. Now, you all know Amy's. It's your barbecue headquarters, and this year they have 2 of the newest, hottest brands, those beefy Rectech grills and affordable Napoleon grills. And, of course, they still carry the great brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg. The sales tax is on them now through Memorial Day on all in-stock patio furniture. Amy's Outdoor Living on El Camino near Watt and inside Amy Ace Hardware in the El Dorado Town Center.
What you do? The Drive Guys, live and local, every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
One of the questions we've been wrestling with today is Ignacio Rodriguez. What is his whole name, Jay?
I believe it's Jose Ignacio.
No, Juan.
Juan. Is
Juan Ignacio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Juan Ignacio Garcia
Ochoa.
He works for Marca, which is a Spanish outlet with a lot of soccer coverage.
Yeah, a lot of soccer coverage. I've been checking out his social media page. 8,200 followers. Sub-director for Marca, whatever that means, what sub-director that title is. A lot of soccer tweets. I don't see any basketball tweets.
Big Domas backer based on his votes.
Not basketball season anymore, fellas.
You're right, Jay. You're right. I need to see how many followers he got in the last day or so, last 12 hours.
So is he a hero or is he an idiot? I think we officially have come down on the side of hero.
Oh, yeah.
But we're wondering what we can do to make sure he doesn't get stripped of his vote. That's what Drake's been
right.
working
That's
on.
what I'm saying. We may have to have him on the show or something like that. Seriously, give him some credentials on here. Adam Silver might be taking a look at this guy.
I'm sure they will. And he's not the only one, right?
No, he's not the only one. Yeah, he's not the only one. And I'm looking at the people that follow him, and yeah, it's nobody I know. Like, it's no, local people. I would think some Kings fans will want to follow this guy because he's a friend of the family. He's one of us right now.
Marca is, let's see, latest sports news, videos, and scores. Everything you need to know about NFL, NBA, boxing, soccer, MLB, and U.S. sports.
Okay.
Marca.com. I don't have an account, so I'm not going to log in, but that's what Marca is.
All right. Yeah, I'm on that page too. Yeah, you got to have an account. LeBron James, they got an article, something about Luka Doncic on there. So, all right, our guy's reputable. I'm not throwing shade. He's all good. He's good.
He's reputable.
I'm sorry, dude. Can you imagine the scandal? The one guy who voted Domas first team all defense and MVP is like a scam artist or something. Not saying he is. Like, so I'm giving credence to my guy.
And he also voted for Jose Alvarado, I think.
Oh, did he?
Jaime Jaquez Jr. And somebody, I thought I saw somewhere that Domas used to play in Spain, but I don't know that. You said he's going there.
Yeah, he's going to Spain here in a couple of weeks to work out, train, do some things. They do have the NBA Players Association has a gym, a facility over there too. So, it's not anything new. NBA players go over there all the time. So maybe this guy talks to them then when they come over there or something. I don't know. We need to track this guy down, Jay. We got to get this guy on.
We'll get him on, even if we need a translator.
Yep.
We'll get our boss, Jose.
Yeah, Jose, our boy Jose can jump in and join us.
Yeah. All right. I know this is a story that last year we did a lot of, like everyone else did. But here it is again. We have, for the first time this year, Pro Football Focus has their quarterback rankings, all 32 starters.
Oh, it's out now, yeah?
Yeah. And, Pro Football Focus, you talk about our guy, Ignacio, how reputable he is. Pro Football Focus, they're pretty reputable.
Yep.
So I just want to look at this, and this is by the name of Trevor Sikkema. Sikkema. Okay. He's got Tier 1 Mahomes, Tier 2 the Elite. He's got Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen 4.
Okay.
Tier 3 postseason caliber quarterbacks. He's got Justin Herbert 5. Dak Prescott 6.
I mean, he gets his team to the playoffs. Maybe that's it. He gets postseason caliber. He gets his team to the playoffs.
He never does anything.
I
there.
know.
I like Dak, but 6. Number 7, Stafford.
Yep.
Number 8, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron, what has he done lately?
Nothing.
My gosh.
He's been rehabbing. Number 9, and this is the
My
one that's
guy. Yeah.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, fly, Eagles, fly. Nothing wrong with that. I think Hurts should be higher. He should be ahead of Aaron Rodgers. Faux show. Should be ahead of Dak Prescott. Should be ahead of Dak Prescott. At least Jalen Hurts wins playoff games. At least he's been to a Super Bowl.
Roller coaster of a year for Hurts. Career highs in passing yards, touchdowns, big time throws, but also career highs in interceptions and lost fumbles. 3rd consecutive season of at least 10 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, and he says it just didn't look like Hurts was fully healthy for a lot of the 2023 campaign. I agree with that. It just did not look the same.
You sign off on that?
Yeah, I'm signing off. Yeah,
I think
expecting to bounce back here.
Your guys should be a little higher. 10, CJ Stroud, outstanding rookie season.
This is awesome.
This the ringer?
This is great, Jay. Go ahead, keep going, Whitey. Keep going. I got the list right here.
Surely
big fella.
Brock's going to be 11.
Yeah,
right?
Brock got to be there.
Because now we're Tier 4, the melting pot of starters. Number 11, Jordan Love.
Jordan Love's ahead of Brock Purdy. I haven't even looked at 12. Purdy better be 12.
12.
He better be
Jared
12.
Goff, watch.
Trevor Lawrence.
Jay, your boy. You got a Jimmy Garoppolo level quarterback, basically. That's what I'm hearing.
Number 13. So this is 3rd in the Tier 4. Brock Purdy.
Dang.
Brock Purdy is ahead of Tua at 14. Kirk Cousins at 15.
Barely.
Goff. If I was a Goff fan, I'd be pretty upset. Kyler at 17. Geno Smith at 18. Caleb Williams, 19.
Man. Dang. How come Kyler Murray's still getting love like that? He's still getting some love.
And
Caleb Williams ain't even played.
I know.
Hold on. Let's read what the guy says about Brock Purdy. Let's put it into context.
What do you think?
He may have a good reason. I'm fairly comfortable with Purdy's ranking on this list. So he's solid in this. He's saying you ain't going to change his mind.
Wow.
His consistent success, albeit in a very talented offense, should not go unrecognized. Completion percentage, top 5, speaks to his timing. Purdy is also a very confident player and pushes the ball, which battles the game manager label he often gets. Okay. He's not just a dink and dunk passer. Does he have the athletic talent of some other players? No, but he's damn good at his job regardless. That's a glowing review. I don't have any problem with what he says about that.
He also says, and again, who is this? Somebody Sikkema?
Oh, you want?
No, yeah, one thing that you
I left out. I left this out.
I'm surprised you left out.
I know.
Trevor Sikkema says of the 13th ranked Brock Purdy, Pro Football Focus, his 5.4% big time throw percentage shows that
Go ahead.
he's a fine passer. Even with below average arm talent.
Bingo.
He is a good,
going to mistake Purdy for Lamar Jackson.
good enough anticipator to make things happen. All right, I'm not saying Brock Purdy should be number 2, number 3, but 13th is
Go over that list one more time.
wrong.
Mike. Start from 5.
All right, let's start from 5, Jay. And why do you tell me where you think Brock Purdy should be ahead of? So who should Brock Purdy should be at?
Okay, I'll just go to the top. 1, Mahomes, 2, Lamar, 3, Burrow, 4, Josh Allen.
We good.
Yeah.
We good.
Yeah.
5. See, I love Justin Herbert, but he hasn't won anything. Dak Prescott.
Is Purdy better than Dak? Is he better?
I'm stopping right there.
What are we talking about? Let's go back to the MVP voting. Let's just look at last year, the MVP voting. Where was Dak?
3rd behind Purdy, right?
No, I thought Purdy was the other way around. I thought it was Lamar, Dak, Purdy, and then CMC, or vice versa. Yeah, look that up, Jay. So you don't throw shade on. See, you guys are throwing shade on Dak Prescott because of the postseason failures. But a regular season quarterback, Dak was phenomenal.
Okay, well, why is that more important than being a post? You said yourself. You guys are giving Dak a hard time because he's a postseason failure.
I'm just going by what the guy is writing. Prescott was efficient, aggressive, and accurate, albeit with a poor showing in the year. Struggled down the stretch, yes.
These are postseason caliber QBs in this tier. To me, to go Herbert and then Dak, Stafford, Aaron Rodgers ahead of Brock. I just think that's wrong. I'm leaving your guy completely out of this.
Yeah, you can't compare.
Good for him.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, my guy has been to the Super Bowl just like your guy has. So I'm not going. Here's the thing.
CJ Stroud.
So it went, and you're right. It went Lamar, Dak, Christian, Brock Purdy.
There you go. So Dak Prescott was second in MVP voting last year. So we can't throw any shade from him.
Brock Purdy was 4th.
Right.
And he's ranking 13th on this list. He's behind guys that didn't play last year.
I'm going to put on my objective hat and not be biased. No, I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm going to keep it real with you right here, Whitey. Seriously. Listen up, fans. Justin Herbert, I'm taking ahead of Brock Purdy.
For what? For what, though? On talent, on
talent, yes.
On physical ability, on what?
It's not about accomplishments. This isn't a whose resume is better or anything like that.
So what are you taking him on what standards? Because he's bigger, his arm is better,
arm strength is better.
Like, what are you going?
Yes, arm strength is better, more talented player. You put Justin Herbert in this Niners offense, Jay? Come on, man.
I don't know.
Come on. What? All right. You want to argue that. Dak Prescott, if I'm starting the franchise right now, am I taking Dak or I'm taking Brock? I'm going to put them in the same category. How about that? I'm going to put them in the same category. Matthew Stafford's been to the mountaintop. I got to give Stafford some love.
But he's eating Special K now.
Right, I know he's old. I know he's aging a little bit at 35. Still had a fantastic 83.8 passer grade. I mean,
you're taking Stafford over Purdy right now.
Right now, yes.
Okay.
I'm not taking Aaron Rodgers over Purdy. I think Purdy's better than. I think Aaron Rodgers is done. I think he's toast. The Achilles injury, the age, like he is just not the same guy. So by that metric, I got Brock Purdy.
Would you take Trevor Lawrence ahead of Brock Purdy? I would not.
That's a good question.
And Trevor Lawrence I think, is
supremely talented. This guy. How I look at this narrative, guys, is if you plug this player in this system with these weapons, how would he perform?
I get that.
And so I look at Trevor Lawrence and I'd say, yes, I would put him ahead of Brock Purdy. Now, mind you, as we go down this list, I would not put CJ Stroud ahead of Brock Purdy. I need to see more.
Jordan Love?
I would not put Jordan Love ahead of Brock Purdy. So by that metrics, I got Purdy at like 9 or 10 or so. I think that's a fair assessment.
I think that's the highest you've ever had him rated.
Yeah, because I think
Brock Purdy's a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm unbiased, Whitey. I'm trying to be objective. Unlike you guys with your Niners underoos on every day, go to sleep listening to the Bang Bang Niner gang as your lullaby, Jay. I'm trying to be objective here. I think Brock Purdy's a good quarterback. Is he great? No, but I think he's probably anywhere from 9 to 11 or so, 9 to 12.
You had him yourself, 9.
Yeah. I said 9 to 11. I got Dak Prescott ahead of him, though. I got still have Dak ahead of him.
Dak's an outstanding quarterback, but you got to win at some point, especially as a quarterback of the Cowboys.
Yeah, but, when you look at it, if you put Dak in this system with these weapons, I don't think Dak turtles in the playoffs like he has. These guys are loaded. And you also have to understand, too, guys, it's not just about the talent. It's about the coaching around you, too. I think if Kyle Shanahan is calling the plays for Dak Prescott, come on, man. I think Dak has an MVP kind of season, just like he did last. Dak's legit, man.
Sounds like this guy's never going to get any credit from anybody else just because he plays for the 49ers and he just so happens to have Kyle Shanahan. But no one talks about Jordan having Phil Jackson, Kobe, no Phil Jackson. No one talks about the triangle being a great system, or we talk about Tex Winters or the Princeton offense. We don't gauge a lot of people by what system they're in. But Brock Purdy, all of a sudden, he can't get anything going his way because he plays with Kyle Shanahan.
You know what it is, Jay? It's hard for me, and I'm sure others. If Brock Purdy was a top 10 pick and is doing what he's doing,
don't do that.
No, I'm keeping it real. I'm saying
do that.
I'm biased. I'm saying the Mr. Irrelevant thing I can't get out of my mind, and so I feel like this is almost smoke and mirrors, and that the jig is going to be up eventually. So I'm not fully sold, and I'm admitting that I'm biased in that way.
You don't believe in him because of where he was drafted.
Exactly. I believe he's an overachiever right now. That's what I think.
So if he would have won the Super Bowl, we'd say the same thing?
Yeah, Trent Dilfer won the Super Bowl, Jay. Come on, man. Don't give me that.
Well,
Jack Mann won
I
the Super
understand
Bowl.
what you're saying and appreciate you saying
What's
it.
Justin Herbert ever won?
Yeah.
And I like Justin Herbert. What has he won? What has he been close to winning?
Nothing, but he's looked good doing it.
He's looked right.
He's missed the playoffs quite a few times.
That guy is great for a guy who's never won anything.
I love that 6'5".
Oh,
physique.
yeah. Remember on Hard Knocks when they showed him in slow motion?
He's like the logo, the mold of what a quarterback physique.
That 7 and 10 sure looks fantastic.
If he was a cereal, we got to do that. NFL quarterbacks is cereal,
right?
We got to do that. By the way, TNT about to lose the NBA. Dang. Charles Barkley is not happy about that. We're right back with that. Sactown Sports.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Mark Finan. In the KCRA 3 Weather Center, skies will stay clear through the night tonight. Our overnight lows will drop down to the low 50s. Tomorrow, cooler day. We'll see sun, a few clouds with highs in the upper 70s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA 3 app.
This Memorial Day, the Roseville Auto Mall invites you to experience the thrill of saving like never before. 17 dealerships and thousands of vehicles all in one location. The giant Memorial Day sale at the Roseville Auto Mall, at the intersection of savings and satisfaction.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code MONTHFREE by May 31st. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
What is Subcontractors United? It's a list of 3 pre-qualified and licensed contractors in over 40 trades to help with your home project needs. From cabinets to heating and air to landscapers and everything in between, Subcontractors United makes finding qualified contractors free and easy with no accounts to set up. Visit subcontractorsunited.com today and experience the joy of stress-free home improvement. Save time and money at subcontractorsunited.com.
My good friends, Dr. Jack Friedlander and Dr. Pash in Roseville and in San Francisco are offering not only confidence, not only security, but also the ability, if you ain't insecure, to go from the roster to the all-star team. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about UpsizeMatters.com. Time after time, vote after vote, circumference, or as we call it, girth, is consistently ranked as the most important attribute. And Dr. Jack and Dr. Pash can give you a free consultation. The procedure can be done on the same day as your consultation with immediate results. It's non-surgical. It's virtually pain-free, safe, effective, long-lasting, semi-permanent, and doctor-performed. For more information, go to UpsizeMatters.com. Go to UpsizeMatters.com. Make that change. Make the all-star team. Get your girth on.
It's the Folsom Lake Ford Memorial Day Sell-a-thon. Get low finance rates on approved credit and Memorial Day bonus cash now through Monday. Shop Folsom Lake Ford, over 35 years in the Folsom Auto Mall, and tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you.
Sacramento, Dirk Bentley is coming to town.
Hey y'all, this is Dirk Bentley.
Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo for Country in the Park 2. And he's bringing some friends.
This is Bonnie. Take my hand, let me make you mine.
Hey, it's Dasha. Kelsey Hart and more. Saturday, September 28th at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo. Get your tickets before they sell out at CITPFest.com. Brought to you by Coors Light.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Happy Memorial Day. And you know what that means? It's time to save. We're talking to Chad Hopper.
The Drive Guys, live and local, every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
What's the name of your team, Drapes?
The Dukes.
Welcome to the Dukes pregame show. Whitey, Gleason, Kyle Draper, Jay Johnson. The Dukes tonight taking on, who do we play?
I don't even know, man. We don't concern ourselves with the opponent, Whitey.
They got to match up to us.
Yes.
You should be doing more scouting.
I know, you're right about that. No, it's the team we beat in the opener, so that's why I'm not too worried about the
They've done well since then. They've turned things around.
Yes.
Their defensive rating has improved dramatically. We don't know who they are, but we do know that the Dukes are a little short-handed tonight.
Yeah.
With only 5 guys, and injury reports is Kyle Draper is probable, but he has a little bit of a tender knee.
Yeah, I got a little knee issue going on. Your boy got a little knee swelling on the left side.
That's not good.
Went to Dick's Sporting Goods this morning, got myself a knee brace, going to take some Advil. I'm going to be like Willis Reed. And what year was that? 72 or something like that? 1970, coming out the tunnel. Give me my first 4 points of the game and then power my team to a win. So I will not be 2 of 11 for tonight. I guarantee that. I will have a better showing, even on one leg.
Maybe you on one leg, you focus on setting everybody up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Get about 8 or 9 assists, something like that. So some screen assist, if you will. I could do that.
Yeah. Are we going to hide you on defense? Just
2-3 zone.
You're
2-3 zone, yes. 2-3 zone. I'll be
you're going to pile up a lot of rebounds.
Maybe I don't know if I could jump tonight though. So a lot of tip rebounds. Tip it to my teammates. I'm gonna be like Kevin Love, Wes Unseld, grabbing it, outletting it on the break. So it's only 5 of us, Whitey.
Yeah, I know. I mentioned that earlier.
5, big fella. So I don't know how we're going to do this. Like you got a 44-minute game, couple of timeouts each half. We're going to have to be judicious with those timeouts, very strategic.
I've heard of stories of high school games where like too many people foul out and the team's got like 3 or 4 people.
We might do
the
that.
Rules of basketball. Somebody fouls out. You got to play with the guys.
Got to finish it out.
And they've won, Kyle. Well, I don't remember the specifics, but I think it's happened.
Well, that's the reason I'm giving it a go tonight, Whitey. Because you can't start the game with 4 players, but you can end the game with. So if I can't go, I'll play the first couple of minutes, see how my knee holds up. And if I can't go, I'll be a coach out there.
Nice.
So, no, I'm excited, man. 8 o'clock tip. So got time to go ice, stretch, maybe hop in the steam room or something to loosen up. So I'm ready, man.
Mm-hmm. I know you were pretty mad today about the ringer list.
Yeah.
Keegan Murray was not on the list of the top 25 and under.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley is mad too. I don't know if he's as mad as you were, but he's pretty mad. He's ticked off at his bosses because it looks like TNT is going to lose the NBA now. And he was on with Dan Patrick today, and he's very, very upset about it. He says, morale sucks, plain and simple. He says, I just feel so bad for the people I work with. These people have families, and I just feel real bad for them right now.
Yeah.
And he said, when he found out that TNT landed some college football playoff games, which I think that came out yesterday or today.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, they could have used that on the
money.
NBA.
Right. I wonder, though, because and one thing he mentioned, and it's been out there, I don't know, is it the CEO or whoever it is, the head, basically said, they don't need the NBA. They'll be just fine. And that may have angered Adam Silver.
That was David, to your point,
Yeah.
but it was David Zaslav in 2022. He said the company didn't have to have the NBA.
Yeah. That may have sort of set all this in motion. What's interesting is, I work for NBC. I work for NBC Sports California, NBC Sports Boston. And one of the things that always frustrated me about NBC is they had no basketball. Even at, I think on the NBC Sports Network, which is now defunct, they had the Horizon League or something like that, college basketball, but no NBA package. So it'll be weird kind of seeing it back on NBC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to happen, though. He was saying, Charles was saying that these people have worked together on this show for so long. He says, we have people that they were kids, and then they bring their babies in, and they've known them for decades.
Yeah, and their babies have now become college graduates. He said, and it is the best studio show on TV. Mm-hmm. Outside of the games, inside the NBA, I watch them more than I do the games sometimes. Mm-hmm. Their shows are better than the actual games.
Yeah, he says they bring their newborns in. They bring their kids in. They come in when they were in high school. Now they're graduated from college. Ernie's been there 32 years. Kenny, 27. I've been there 24. Some of these people I work with, they brought their newborns to say hello to us, and now they're already graduated from college. So, yeah, I'm angry. They're part of my family. I feel bad for these guys. Now, he has a production company.
Yeah.
So he's, I guess, talked to them about maybe bringing the whole show to his production company, and maybe then they –
hopefully we see some iteration of those
somebody.
four guys. Yeah. It's great TV. I think they just won another Emmy award at the Sports Emmys. Those guys are tremendous, entertaining. They are what every studio show strives to be, informative and entertaining.
And all the other shows emulate them.
Yep.
Try to.
They
can't do it.
Can't do it. Yep.
Yeah. So we do have one more year at the very least of that next year. Drapes, good luck tonight.
Thank you. I'll report back tomorrow.
Thanks for being with us. Stick around because Golf to Go is next on Sactown Sports.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions